That's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income, you can make music.
This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. Like what the fuck is going on? Who told you that song and did you know all along? And why did your bitch sell that painting 2 weeks after he was gone? I'm gonna tell you what it feels like. It feels a little fishy. Feels like something's going on ever since that John Legend song and college prediction of a Grammy. If you ask me, I can't stand him. Seems a little weird. Question number 1, why is there no blood? Question number 2, Sam left in the AM is true, but you're talking about the shits all up in the afternoon. Don't trip, we're gonna find out the truth soon. Who did what to who? Did they plan to eat the chili fries or was it just a surprise? Can you see the lies of witness in a cowboy's eyes? Are we gonna just sit here and forget? Are we gonna ride like Nip said? It's a little weird that the judge quit. Handing out immunities like candy makes me sick. I got a lot of unanswered questions like, why's the footage all grit and I can't see shit? Who the fuck is that white man in that white BMW? Probably was the FBI. Yeah, I noticed that white guy, and I noticed the car wasn't in the pictures when they showed them afterwards. They thought we would forget. They got that shit backwards. They weren't expecting me to drop this track and raise all these questions with my Mac words. I'm really mobbing through LA smoking backwoods. I've been doing this shit all my life. TMC, AMI. You might just see an empty parking lot when you ride by. Well, me, I see way more. I see an independently owned store. I see the community taking power back, whether you're white, Mexican, Asian, or black. As long as you're not blue. Good ones, there might be a few, but from my life experience, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not defending Eric, but what's the fucking delay? They requested a quick trial, it's been over 800 days. They try to distract us in so many clever, creative ways. Yeah, you got your Grammy, and now you're a billionaire. But what about the families that are still living there? Seems a little unfair, just a little something to compare. I never seen a fireman wearing a bulletproof vest. Yes, the shit to me seems a little suspect. The shit's a little weird. Crisis actors taking away our fathers, making our child some bastards, killing creative men and women for their masters. The waves that Nip wrote in, you didn't know when it began. A bunch of new chapters, you didn't think about what would happen after. We would put the pieces together on your transparent bullshit. I can see right through it, like the clear blue sky in the LA sunny weather, where the palm trees swing side to side and we ride together on a white horse or a double R hearse in a foreign car. Either way, you gotta be on guard because they're on tap for anyone who's brown or black with tats. Everybody sees it, but nobody wants to attack. It's sad if you ask, we all gotta blast back. We're in the game, though we can't touch the ball. Seems a little unfair if you ask me, that's all. So take your ignorant ass to YouTube and type in Tanique Reviews to get the real news. We're doing the shit for justice, not views. Sharing knowledge and coming together, that's the real tool. He tried to lead us to the lake, so don't sleep on the knowledge that he gave to me and you. He wanted us to learn from his mistakes, so with our new knowledge, good decisions we could make. And also one thing I wanted to say myself, they killed Dr. Sebi because he was teaching health. Assassins, they come in all shapes and sizes, big booties, hips and thighs. Oh, your Diddy's girl, right? Oh yeah, John Legend, some things happen at your video shoot. I got a couple questions for you. All those strings you pulled, you still can't make a rap hit. You punk ass little bitch, you probably got a little dick. All the shit that you have to did. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face.
What's up, everybody in the building? What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome, chat. This is Tanique of Tanique Reviews. And we are in the building. Let's get this in the way. We got some stuff to talk about. Of course, we're going to say everything on this podcast is alleged and is used for entertainment, spiritual, religious, and educational purposes. What's up? Got do things in the building. Woo, 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 woo. Got my boy Chef Disaster in the building. Woo, 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 woo. Where my Tupac fans at? Oh, Chef in the building. That's right. Where my Tupac fans at? Where my Tupac fans at? Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about Tupac. And just some stuff you can't overlook. I got a chance to listen to some stuff Keith Davis said, and there's a lot to what he said. I mean, a whole lot to what he said. It kind of he said some game changing things. Come to think of it, man, he really did. I mean, just whew, I don't know, when I heard some of it and seen the videos, first thing I was thinking about, I said, man, you know what? Pac is smarter than people give him credit for.
See, I loved you like a sister, but you died too quick. And that's why we called you bitch. I bet you.
Long live Pac. My boy Chef already on it. My boy Chef, that's why I titled this 300 Miles Away. But I tried to warn that dude. I did. I tried to warn that dude many times. Man, stop sitting up there letting Greg Kading and E1 them make you lie on some stuff that you had nothing to do with. I got videos I did a long time ago. And told that guy, I said, one day you gonna keep doing this stuff and they gonna lock you up and put you in jail for something you didn't do. But this just proves what I was trying to tell people way back in the early 2000s, that they were using different tactics and trying to distract people, because the closer we got to the truth, the more different people tried to come out with distractions. Then who after successfully shooting somebody, but in his case, allegedly killing somebody, will go on a rampage trying to tell who did it. I don't care if you ain't got no money. That don't even make no sense to me. Because anybody knows, or everybody knows, that if it's 100 years later, you're still alive, you can be brought up on charges for murder. And I'm like, why is this dude doing this for these people? And finally, when I saw this interview, I was like, boy, I got the answer that I want. So y'all don't think I made this stuff up. I want to let you listen to him say what he got to say. Now, notice something. When people tell the truth, everybody want to call them a lie. So I want you to pay close attention. I know some of y'all may have saw it before I did, but it don't make any difference. But pay attention and listen to what the guy say. And if you pay attention to what he say, then you can add and subtract and deduce, and you're gonna come up with a very powerful ending of what he didn't say. Well, welcome, Chef. I want you to take a listen to this video from what Keefy talking about. Take a listen to it.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did, ever kill nobody. They don't have...
I'm hearing rumors.
Let's stop right there. I'm not even gonna go through the interview. The man even said, as a Compton street legend, this is a lie. He ain't never killed nobody. Did he say it, Chef?
I heard him.
He ain't never killed nobody. Now, I don't know if he did or he didn't, but he looking better, looking like he's sober up, drugs and alcohol out of his body. And he's saying that he never killed nobody, let alone Tupac, he ain't never killed nobody. And he's going to go further to say that, in fact, he was 300 miles away. Now, in fact, I heard from people associated with the defense team that he got, that he has legitimate, credible witnesses who are going to verify that he is not there. So let's remove everything that we didn't heard from Greg Kading, and this thing is about to blow wide the hell open. Because everything Greg Kading was saying was based upon what he did. The whole book that he wrote, that murder crap junk, was based upon Keefy D, who said, you know what? I was only saying what the police, meaning Greg Kading, told me to say.
Right.
Believing that he gave me a proper deal, but he couldn't do that. And when I was back there showing y'all back in the day how Greg Kading threw one of the biggest drug cases in LA history as a lying cop, which is what forced him into retirement, I'm like, why would anybody believe what he had to say in this case? He brought the biggest shame on LA law enforcement history.
Right.
As a lying cop, and rebuked by the judge, rebuked by the police force, and yet he's gonna do a book. We're gonna take what he's saying. And here's the guy. His story is based upon. He said it's not true. Not only did he not murder Tupac, he said he ain't never murdered nobody. I don't know if he did or didn't. I ain't saying he did, and I ain't saying he did. I'm just listening to what he got to say. But this is for sure. He's gonna go further and say this is a lie. What you think, Chef?
I'm gonna say this. When OJ had his case, these are the same. This is the same police station that had them cops that was doing all that crazy mess in OJ's case, right?
Hmm.
The LA, the police department,
Hmm.
and now the LA, police department was being sued over Biggie's case, saying that there was some involvement of LA police. Then they got the Rampart and the that Rodney King shit. So they had to get their name off some of this mess, and they chose the Biggie Smalls case because of the $500 million. So I believe Creighton Caden was allowed to do a lot of shit because he was sent in there to get rid of that case.
He was. You exactly right. But all he did was further it along. And this is why, even though Miss Wiley was sick, this is why I found, because she wasn't that sick when Puffy first got arrested. Because when Puffy first got arrested, she was doing interviews saying she wanted to slap the living daylights out of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she was saying. She didn't say daylights, and she was a good Christian woman, and she used a swear word. Her words were, "I like to slap the shit out of him
Right.
for killing her son." And then he gets arrested, and then less than a few months later, or maybe 4 or 5 months later, Miss Wallace has passed. She gets, and I'm just looking at some things that, it ain't really adding up. But nevertheless, that case is worth billions now. Would have been worth millions back then, maybe 500 million, 400 million. It's got to be worth 1.5 million, $2 billion now. 1.5 billion, $2 billion now.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
I'm
that's
hoping
what
the
I
kids
believe,
different to
Tanique.
it.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I
do
feel
too.
about Greg Caden. He's a slime ball. With that
I do
case you're
too.
talking about, he got that with the drug people. And
Yeah.
with that case and all this other stuff, I believe he was the perfect mixture for what they needed to do. Like if he got caught, they didn't care about him getting caught. He'd have just been they fall guy because they had to cover up that $500 million. You can believe that.
But
And he
check
was
this out
perfect.
now. Let's pick this whole thing apart. I'm going to listen to the guy, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt, he says he was not there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if he was or wasn't, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that everything this man said was a lie. He didn't see who shot Tupac, did he?
No.
You
Mm-mm.
can't see it if you're 300 miles away, right?
Right.
So who gave him that lie to describe an arm and all of that stuff that came out, the color of the arm, all that's questionable now, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, far as what we know, it could have been a movie on the set. Could have been a movie production on the set. And the whole thing could have been, because he lied now. So that whole theory been blown out the window. He's
Right.
saying he's completely innocent. He's saying, look, hell, I can't even read it right. He's saying, I did not even write this damn book.
That's right.
That way he's like, fuck that book. I didn't even write that motherfucker. Wait. Don't make me laugh, man. Oh my God, you gonna make me use the washroom, man. He's saying I didn't write that down. I ain't write no damn book. I can't even read it right. Shit. He said, hey, man, you can't make this shit up. That's not what he said. Okay, you gotta be laughing now.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefy Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car.
Let's stop. Wait, he said, wait, this shit is rich. You can't make this shit up. And see, this has been my only problem with Reggie. When people like him and when people like Kevin Hackey come out and say Reggie did it, he don't go after them.
No.
And all we do is repeat what they say. But now we got somebody on tape, and their whole defense is go. This is what the defense is going to be. That
Right.
Keefy didn't do it, but their top witness. He's saying that Reggie is their top witness.
Right.
I never heard that before.
Me neither.
You saw that, right?
I did.
So they're saying their defense, in fact, is that the prosecution's top witness. So they're saying that Reggie's going to be a witness for the prosecution to put him away.
He been the top witness. He been the snitch.
No, but we didn't know nothing about that. I'm going off what Keefy D say. So if you're gonna get mad, you gotta get mad at Keefy D.
Right.
Keefy D is saying the person they should be looking at is their top witness. And the
Right.
defense is saying that they're pointing the finger at the person who worked security for death row, and that's Reggie Wright Jr. This is what I said back in the day. Every damn thing I said it's coming to the light all over again. When Kevin Hackey did the $100,000 challenge, up until if it wasn't for Kevin Hackey, Reggie Wright Jr.'s name wouldn't even be in the mix of any of this.
Correct.
When Kevin Hackey came out there like the big bad cop, and I wanted to do righteous, and said, and Reggie Wright Jr. is the one, and I want to do a polygraph check, and I'll put up $100,000. Man, that is an automatic implication of somebody of doing wrong, whether they did wrong or not. He threw your name out there. How you gonna befriend the very guy who put y'all? I know both y'all were allegedly informants. Talking to what's his name, Phil Carson. That Kevin was a FBI informant. He says Reggie was a FBI informant as well too. All right, but Kevin Hackey is the person who thrust Reggie into the spotlight as being a possible person. And yet, Reggie has nothing but praise for him.
Yes,
They
he
never
did.
said nothing bad about him.
No, they did not. I was wondering that same thing too. I'm like, that man put up $100,000, said he's gonna give it to the kids if Reggie take a lie to test the test and prove he didn't have nothing to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur. Not Biggie,
Never happened.
Tupac Shakur.
And now we got another person in jail. This person has been standing up. I think he's been on Vlad, but I think he's also been on Bomb First. All right. And Reggie's brought him on Bomb First. They have a good talking relationship. And he's saying that the prosecution's number one, not number two, not number three, not number four, but their number one top witness is the person who of suspect in the shooting. Now you put that along with, huh?
They said orchestrated it.
Orchestrated, right? And you put that. Let's go with what Reggie had to say. I'm loading up the film, not now, but I got Reggie talking about how Puffy called him when he was still running Right Way Security and trying to hire him to actually be security for Big. And they were laughing because Puffy didn't know he was talking to Death Row Security. He just thought he was calling the company named Right Way Security. And Reggie was laughing because he gave him Big's whole detail. How does that look now?
Right. I remember that.
What about Michael Moore? I got him. How does that look now?
Credible like a mug. It was looking credible then. But it's looking even more credible now.
You see, a lot of people think they're going to go back and get folks' videos. But I'm going to tell you something. Ain't nothing like getting your own video and letting you crucify yourself with the things you speak out of your mouth. The one thing I learned about the internet and learned with police, even if they wait, as long as they wait now, they've been documenting everything you say. How about the fact that you confess openly that you never even liked Tupac?
Right. Yo, Tanique, remember when we had the whole Tupac is Alive community and he came wanting to shut that down and we was just doing our thing, spreading love? I knew he
Came over to
had
attack
something
me.
to do. Huh?
came on to attack me because I was calling
Yeah.
helicopter companies and stuff like that and listening to what they had to say because I was calling the funeral homes to see was he cremated
Right.
because I found Troy and where Troy worked at. The guy was supposed to cremate him.
Mm-hmm. And
And
he
he
went
didn't fly
around
away.
attacking everybody. Everybody, bro. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is he? Like, why is he so obsessed with this shit? Like, we up here having fun on this platform talking about Tupac, and here he come trying to stop people talking about the family is being disrespected. I'm sure what Sesqua ain't seen near one of her videos.
I said it over and over again. Let people believe whatever it is they want to believe. If I want to
Right,
believe, Tupac is alive, that's my belief. Don't try to put my belief out. Let me enjoy
right.
whatever it is that I believe.
He went on a campaign getting people shadow banned that was spreading, that was saying Tupac was alive. He was just doing too much, bro. And like, I'm like, it was crazy because about the time he was doing that is when R.J. Barn and y'all was accusing him and Sharif the Night, and she came on. She didn't even have to come on. She came onto the internet and was like, "Stop saying I had something to do with Tupac's death," and spilled a lot of beans. We found out a lot more stuff because they came on the internet. If they wouldn't have came up here, we wouldn't know
And
shit
that's
about them.
and those are the only tapes they're gonna use. They're gonna use the ones where uh that where you were talking your own stuff. They've been collecting it over 20 years worth of material. All the stuff about Russell Poole, they've been collecting the things that were said, about him negatively. They've been collecting that information, but I don't even know if they're really going to use unless they're going to give him immunity because Keefy D is saying that he is their top witness,
Mm-hmm.
and the defense is deliberately now. To me. This is important. You got defense lawyers who are telling the state of Nevada that this is the person you need to be looking at, not our guy. You just
Mm-hmm.
can't get up there and throw nobody's name in the wind like that unless you got some kind of evidence.
Right.
You understand? I
I
cannot get up
do.
on the stand and say Chef killed somebody, hypothetically. They're going to ask me, how do I know? How do I know? And if I don't know, then that just opens me up to liable or anything else that they want to contempt of court or a host of things because I just say, okay, Chef killed somebody. I got to be able to back what it is I say, or Chef set somebody up. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna fly with nobody. You have to prove how you know this. Why would a group
Mm-hmm.
of lawyers take their education and throw their education in the garbage by pointing at somebody else who may be innocent
Right.
if they don't have some sort of proof?
Right. A witness like Reggie White anyway, because he's a freaking ex cop. He like to us he crooked, but to them he's still blue. And why would they do that? Unless they believe it. Unless they
Unless
know they can prove it.
unless somebody's talking. Well, we know Keefy now. If you look at him, he looks clear. He looks much more sober. He can articulate better than he did. And he's even referring to God. God got his back. It's amazing to me how people find God when they go to jail. But God's
Hmm.
got his back and everything. The Lord loves him, and God's going to see him through this. And he should be enjoying his golden years. It's wait a minute, he
Hmm.
didn't say all that. Okay, let me let y'all finish watching the rest and then you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna let y'all watch the whole thing. I'm not gonna interrupt it, even though there's some gems in here. Y'all start writing it down. What Keefy said.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefy Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said, "It bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man." And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
The keeper for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat for him.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent, man.
Prosecutors declined to respond directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong and they expect a conviction.
So here you have the man saying he was 300 miles away. Reach you to the link there. 300 miles away. And I asked y'all to give a man the benefit of the doubt. Let's have a makeshift we believe him. If he was 300 miles away, then every damn thing they said about Tupac is just went out the hell. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been told that they have credible witnesses who are going to prove that he was never in Las Vegas that night. That's what I've been told.
I believe that from the beginning. And he's sitting across and finding out that Reggie White is the number one person that's trying to sit his ass in jail.
He sitting up there thinking, oh man, I went on that interview and made myself look like a fool, keeping to the street code. He just said he wasn't. Well, it wasn't a part of the street. He never killed nobody. He wasn't no boss. He ain't no.
He done turned his whole life around. I don't even think he crippin' anymore.
He can get the hokey pokey and turn himself around.
Yo,
That's what it's all about.
Yo, he looked across that paperwork and see Reggie White's name.
Yeah. They didn't read him the witness list now.
He had a whole epiphany.
And he was like, the number one witness is the suspect.
Yeah.
This is rich.
Yeah, you gotta play that video when you was talking macho shit about how him and Lando them killed Tupac. He gonna sit up here and say he lied. Yo, I can't.
You can't
Some people are amazing.
Listen, when I saw this, I said, you know what, I'm not going to even play this because this is like too much. You know, it's like I laughed so hard when I saw this. I'm innocent, man. They got innocent. Wait, you know, they put me in Vegas. I'm like, wait, they didn't put you in Vegas. You moved to live in Vegas. You lived in Vegas. You moved to Vegas. You live in Vegas.
Yo.
They didn't pick you up in Los Angeles. Man, watch this interview again. This interview is rich.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefy Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said, "It bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man." And prosecutors say Davis
Okay, I gotta stop. How can you possibly protect the person you hired to protect?
Yeah, he just say too much.
Wait,
He
you're
kind
the
of
chief of security, and all of the security guards say that you told them not to carry guns.
right.
Michael Moore said you wouldn't even let him go near Tupac because Michael Moore said he refused uh, to not take off his gun. He was going to be bodyguarding. He wasn't going to use his body. He had to have his gun.
Right.
And yet and still he got picked up because he had a gun. And yet that whole night, Pac wanted Michael Moore. He didn't want Frank Alexander. And they wouldn't give him back Michael Moore.
Uh-huh. Yep. That is all true. That is
So,
all true.
all on video, all on film. And so Keefy D is saying their cop, COP, who is the number one witness, is the person they should be looking into.
Right. Boy. It just moves me how he went from him, Orlando, Fat Dre, and T Brown standing on the corner as they put Tupac and Suge in the ambulance and they were standing there laughing to I ain't killed nobody. I ain't even write that book.
We took the Cadillac and we parked the Cadillac in the parking place and put the gun under the bumper of the Cadillac. And we began to walk around the strip like nothing even happened. We saw the ambulances and everything. That's what he said. That's what
Mm-hmm.
KBD said.
That's what he said.
And I kept telling y'all then he was a damn lie because I'm watching Orlando Anderson at his hotel while that shit happened. That's why they never arrested Orlando Anderson. I don't care how many times I told people and talked to Orlando's people is the one of his women is a nurse. I ain't gonna say where she work at and stuff like that. I didn't talk to folks. They told me over and over again how Orlando went to what's the name of that hospital? It's closed down now. I tried to look it up today. I think the hospital is called Martin Luther King. He was at
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King Hospital early that morning. What's up, Crown Reese? You in the building?
What
What's
up,
up, bro?
Reggie?
What's
Yep,
up,
yep.
Chip? What's up?
We watching the news clip of Keith Dwayne Davis saying, first off, he ain't never killed nobody. All that's lies. He ain't never wrote no book. He ain't even read or write. And that the person who they should be looking at for the murder of or the shooting of Tupac Shakur and Suge is Reggie Wright Jr. That's what Keefy D said.
I agree with what he just said, but his ass in jail because he don't know how to keep his mouth closed with his spicy ass.
Look what he said. He did not write the memoir. Was fed information by police. So Keefy D is saying everything he said, the police department told him to say. He's saying the police department told him to save the white Cadillac. He's saying the police department told him to stay. They parked at this certain place and they walked around. He said he was fed all that information by the police. What police is he talking about?
Yeah, Reggie Wright Jr.
And I'm gonna tell you something. It makes sense to me. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me. It make a lot of sense because I always said KVD ain't the smartest person, man. He dumb as rocks.
But you
Yeah, that's
is
what I said. How can he been a boss and all? I'm like, what? Then he gonna say, I ain't never killed nobody. I thought you was the boss. Like, fake ass shit. The hell?
Yeah,
Fake ass
yeah.
boss.
I
Shot caller.
I kept telling people the whole time, ain't nobody. I know plenty of guys who done hit. I'm from Chicago, the home of gangbanging. Ain't nobody finna walk around and tell you about nothing like that, even if they did, or they just move in silence. It's just not
Not
gonna
no
be said.
person on earth. Yeah, ain't
Nobody.
nobody gonna do that shit.
All money ain't good money. I'm not gonna put myself in the middle of a murder, of especially somebody that famous, and and incriminate myself like that.
Bro,
And keep,
Man, you
according
know
to the
how these
Compton
people feel
police,
love pop, man? It might do something to him, man.
well, he just had a fight
People
with a white
feel
boy.
love.
Yeah, white boy kind of threw him down pretty bad.
mm-hmm.
It's fat ass nigga getting out. Well, that's what he did for opening up his mouth, saying shit you ain't got no business saying. What right, able-minded person would do what you just say, put myself in a situation about a murder, much as they framing people for murder.
Man, he thought he was getting away
Man.
with that drug case that they set him up on.
Yeah.
They set him up on the drug case. He was in partnership with Reggie, and Reggie set him up on the drug case for him to take that Pac story. Like, come on, man. Like, to me, how do you give somebody immunity and then walk away without an arrest on the thing you gave up immunity for? Give me a murder that I can't arrest nobody in because it's not in my jurisdiction, and I'll let you go on this methamphetamine drug ring I caught you red-handed in. Make that make sense.
Man.
We don't get the murder that you told us about. Nobody gets arrested in that. Not even you. But we let go this drug ring that we wasted all these taxpayers' money on investigating you and just let you walk away scot-free. Plus everybody else that we got about, according to him, he was saving his whole hood. So none of those people got arrested?
And let's
And you
not
didn't
forget
solve the
what
murder? Come on
let's
now.
not forget what the new judge said. The new judge denied Whack 100 for bonding him out because she found a suspect who was circumspect behind his bond trying to get him out. And the judge felt like she better keep him in there for his safety because whoever was trying to get him out was going to harm him.
I believe that.
I believe that.
That's why she kept him there.
I believe that's where he needs to stay too.
Yeah, I told you somebody gonna do something to him. People still love Pac. They are not gonna forget.
You need to stay
You know
that
what I'm
right
saying?
in there because them Reggie Wright still has ties, man, and that's one of
They
the
do.
reasons why I feel like it's a reason why Suge don't talk. Because Suge said when they brought that story to him, he believed it. So that tells me that even Suge feels like they had something to do with that shooting that night on September.
Bro,
Back,
here's what Suge said, and he said it when they arrested Keefy D. He said they can do whatever they want to do. He said, one, I'm not testifying. But he said, two,
mm-hmm,
I can honestly tell. He said, only two of us know, and one of us ain't here. Tupac ain't here. He said, but I am. Keefy D was not in that car.
and there you have it. And there you have it.
And nor
Just
was
based off the
Orlando
only
Anderson.
witness
So was
alive
Orlando
is
Anderson.
telling
That's
you
what he
that.
said. All this
Yep.
stuff came from the Compton Police Department.
Yep.
And he was said he fed this stuff by police.
Right.
The
Oh
Compton
yeah.
Police Department and Greg Kading. You go back to what the former mayor, Mayor Bradley, said. Mayor Bradley said the fight before Mike Tyson, who did he fight? He fought Frank Bruno before that in
Mm-hmm.
Vegas.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
when he got
yep.
to Vegas, he saw the entire Compton Police Department there mapping out Vegas. That's why he came back to Compton and broke the police department up. And he thought the sheriff's department would get rid of them, but they incorporated the same officers he was trying to get rid of into the sheriff's department.
That
Yep.
is so true.
And if you know, the LA County Sheriff's Department is crooked as a $17 bill.
Damn
Yep.
right. With $2
Because I heard
attitude.
Reynolds say we were going back and forth to Vegas doing some sort of crip gang banging investigation. I'm like, how are you doing that way out of jurisdiction? It just doesn't make any sense that Compton police, not even LA police, Compton police is running rampant like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the LA cops. Compton, another city within the state,
Right.
running rampant like that.
Running interference in an investigation, and this is the reason why when they handed him Orlando Anderson, and they gave him a gun, Compton looked at the gun, looked at Orlando. I mean, Las Vegas looked at the gun, and looked at Orlando. They knew what gun they were looking for. They were looking for the gun that Kevin Hackey took off Hussein Fatal. I've been telling y'all that for years.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hackey went and got that gun and gave it over to the DEA agents and the FBI, and they put a tracker on that gun. And they twisted that gun around. And so when Kevin brought that gun back, it wasn't the same gun. So Las Vegas already knew that. So when they arrested and had that raid and tried to get him Orlando and give them the alleged gun, they could look at it and go, you know what? That ain't the gun. That ain't what we're looking for. They're trying to set this dude up. And they never bothered
Mm-hmm.
Orlando. Never. Orlando was never charged in this. He could have been charged, but he was. They knew they wasn't who he was looking for.
Right.
Big Wade took down 20 people, 30 people, huge, in Compton, and they handed the Las Vegas Police Department Orlando Anderson and the alleged gun, and
Right.
they knew it wasn't the one.
And if we taking away since we taking away what Keefy D said, that means the fight Orlando standing there in the MGM Grand was definitely staged. That was and the payment that he received in that office from that lawyer and whatever Reggie Wright was there was a
Mm-hmm.
payment for his part in that jumping.
Been standing for all these years, and now you got. I told Keep I did videos in the early 2000s. Boy, man, Keep, you gonna get this gonna all fall on you because you do. I knew somebody was behind him telling you who did it. He said the police fed him stuff, and he said their number one witness is the person who's responsible. Keep D just said this.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't make this up. Keep D did.
So that
Back,
definitely
back.
telling me that fight was staged all the way.
All the way.
All the way.
All of it was.
And that was a plot that and them suing Tupac was part of the plan to get Orlando paid.
Yeah, make it
Yep.
look like he was suing Death Row Records. Atlanta was walking around with money. Suge knew all them cats. And like Keefy said even in his book. So we got the book up here. Keefy says in his book, he says that he helped Suge with Death Row Records. He kept everybody in his hood off Suge and allowed Suge to thrive. He said Suge know who he is.
Right. I think the
said,
police killed Orlando.
huh?
I said, I believe the police killed Orlando. Trying to say it was gang shit. Bullshit.
Yeah, he just happened to go pull up there and the Stone Brothers are there and
Yeah.
they in a massive shootout.
Right.
And
Yeah.
man,
That was
please.
all set up.
They
It was
sent them
all
they
set up.
used them boys against each other.
Yeah,
That's right. They used them against each
he's
other.
sitting there grieving because Keefy D's, I think that's his Keefy D's mother passed, but that wasn't Orlando's real grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But tell me I'm not inside. That wasn't his real grandmother. That was Keefy D's mom who passed.
Right.
All set up from giddy up. And it's all police.
The reason why
It's
they
all
killed
police.
Orlando was so simple to me. Orlando took the money he got from Death Row and from the Shakur estate and hired a high-powered lawyer and went on CNN
Right.
and started defending himself, saying I didn't do it.
Right.
Yep. That's why they killed him.
Yeah,
Because
they
it's
recognized
going
then.
to pinpoint who it is. It's going to pinpoint who it is.
And Orlando, somebody told me Orlando went in the store and people was looking at him like they wanted to kill him, and they were looking at him because they believed he was the person who killed Tupac, and he didn't want that
Tupac.
smoke.
That's right.
He
Exactly.
didn't want that smoke.
Mm-hmm.
He
Okay.
recognized that was going to follow him the rest of his life, just like Keefy D not recognized. You may have been a big gangbanger at the time, but people still got love for Pac, even in jail.
Love for him.
And days after the shooting, Reggie Wright Sr. was able to find Keefy D at his house, but the
Yeah.
Bloods couldn't. The Bloods couldn't find this nigga for years, and Keefy D Sr. pulled up and found Keefy D standing on the corner in the front of his house and told him, "Y'all better not do nothing to Reggie." But the Bloods couldn't find him. Make that make sense.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me when I spoke to them today, that Suge may have been right. This is coming from somebody who been in the know about this, and off and on, we've had a little conversations, never really said a whole lot, but he said Suge may have been right. I said, what about? He said, when Suge said these words, he told me just focus on these words. If you solve one, you solve the other. That's all he gonna tell me.
Right.
He said, focus on those words, what Suge said. Now, we just came from the Tupac situation, right? Now let's move on 6 months later, on to the Peterson Museum. We got the same people in play. Here comes Keefy D to come meet with Puffy.
Mm-hmm.
The same Puffy that Reggie Wright did. He bragged about this. I got it on film. That Puffy called Right Way Security and he got the phone. And Puffy gave him Biggie's whole entire detail and they were cracking up because Puffy didn't know he was talking to Death Row.
Wow. That was funny right
He
there.
did that live on Bum First and the police got that too.
Right.
They filmed that too.
He damn sure said that.
He said it, bro.
He said they
In
called
color.
looking for security.
In 480p. They gave Biggie's whole detail. He was laughing. Whole detail. So he talking with Death Row, telling them every place Biggie's going to be. Now, let's go to Biggie being shot. The guy was parked. Gene Deal tell you that. And knew exactly where Biggie was going to stop. How would he know that? How would he know where Biggie was going to be sitting?
Right. How do you know what they was going to be in?
Oh, man, come on. The cop said, just pay attention. You solve one, you solve the other. He said, that's the only bit of truth here about what Suge said.
That's right. That means it's the police.
Exactly.
In so many words. Yeah, that's the police. I am now convinced the police is the whole key.
Bro, you should have been convinced when the police told you they was. When Russell Poole came out and told you that nobody can kill that effectively and efficiently but cops.
But cops, bro.
Hey, listen, I just watched that movie again the other day. Last Friday. I watched that movie again.
Russell Poole was quite, listen, I'm not going to go to the credentials of Russell Poole, but I tell you this. Russell Poole was worthy in gold when he solved the Ennis Cosby murder. They had not one clue on what happened to Bill Cosby's son. And other investigators had that thing, and they gave Russell Poole nothing. And Russell Poole was able to find this Russian who killed Bill Cosby's son, and he's still in jail to this day. All right. So we know that Russell Poole is one of the best investigators that LA ever saw. And when they gave him this case, they didn't think, they just thought he would give up on it. But no, Russell Poole found the walkie-talkies. Russell Poole found the shrine that was inside the garage. Russell Poole found the Impala. I mean, he found everything. And he said the person who was behind these murders, both of them, were cops. What did Suge say? He said, I don't hire cops. Suge said, if you want to talk to anybody who hired cops, talk to Reggie. He said, I only hired bloods. And that special with Ice-T, Suge lay online. He said, I don't got nothing to say about no cop. I don't mess with cops. He said, I hire only blood gang members. Any cops that were hired, he said Reggie hired them. That's what Suge said.
Right. It makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. I don't see how he tries to hide from that. He would have been better off saying he did that.
And
like,
to me,
how can you hide from that?
Why ain't he getting mad at Keefy?
Huh?
Why ain't he getting mad at Kevin Hackey? Because Kevin Hackey is the one that put his name up there, $100,000 challenge.
Right.
That went around the world.
Him and Kevin Hackey real cool now.
They always was, but the Kevin Hackey put him out there as a person who possibly committed murder. Well, we can't ever be cool. You implicate me in a murder. I'm sorry, it don't work that way. I ain't committed no murder, and you throwing my name around in a murder.
And he couldn't get rid of Hackey because Hackey was the FBI informant.
Bro, I don't care if you're an FBI informant. You can't throw my name in no murder.
No,
it just ain't gonna happen like that.
I'm saying Reggie couldn't get rid of Hackey. Like, he couldn't do nothing to Hackey. So he had to pay him off. I believe they paid him off.
Yeah, they gave him $40 million to buy his security company just a few years ago. He got $40 million or $75 million to buy, and he disappeared.
I believe they gave him the money, and he said, because he changed his tone.
He didn't. He said in the video with Russell Poole. He said, I got paperwork that'll blow this whole thing open. He said, all I want is some money. I'll disappear.
No, I'm talking about now. Reggie still be like, oh, I'm talking to Kevin Hackey. I be talking to him all the time.
Then they be lying.
I don't know. That's
I think Kevin may have tapped him off some money. while he was locked up and stuff like that. But that ain't the fact. The fact is the guy put an asterisk on your name.
He sure did.
I guarantee Reggie Wright Jr. watching this show right now.
He can watch it. You know what? Okay, let him watch it again. Cause I want to see if he get mad at Keefy D. Because Keefy D is pointing him out, and the defense is going to say that he did this. Call the lawyer. That is their whole defense.
But you know he watching.
He was the one.
You know he watching.
Huh?
I said, you know he watching.
He can make those phone calls because they tell me that the Homeland Security raided his house a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this stuff is coming from them. Listen to what he say.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police. Come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefy Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said it bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man. And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
The keeper for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat for him.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent, man.
Prosecutors declined to respond directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong and they expect a conviction.
He can watch all he wants. Everybody watching it because everybody's doing it all up and down TikTok. Where this guy is saying that they should be looking at their top witness, and the defense is saying that it was him, and that's how they're gonna try this case. Now you can't try a case unless you got some kind of evidence. That'd be crazy.
Definitely.
Let the defense can get up and say, Chef did this, and the prosecutor's gonna say, well, the judge gonna ask you before you get started, where's your proof in your defense? This is my witness. You got to have witnesses. You got to have somebody to back up the defense. You can't just throw something out there.
Right. And a top witness is the lead suspect, according to Keefy D.
The police.
Which is what Russell Poole was saying the whole time. The police did this.
That's why they killed Russell Poole. Because Reggie Wright Sr. said we can't let this go down.
Uh-oh.
So he got with his upper buddies and they got rid of Russell Poole.
Yeah, they did Russell Poole wrong. They tried to assassinate his character too, man.
Yeah, and they killed him.
Old school cop work is always better than what they doing now.
Listen,
and that's what he was about.
Listen, when Tanique first did the investigation into Russell Poole, you can hear it on his channel. They was talking about when he went in the elevator. Tanique tipped us all onto there is a machine. There is something that can make you have a massive heart attack and die real quickly. When you watch a movie called what's that movie called? It's a plane movie. Is it checking in on something? It's about a person trying to. It's called Carry On. He tried to get a person to come into the airport, bring something through customs um, without him going to jail. So
Bro,
they see the
if
lead guy that's there. Dude touched him with he scratched him with something. Dude instantly had a heart attack right then and there. And I knew right then and there, I knew he was.
if you'll Google the heart attack gun, you'll see that Senator Edward Kennedy and Senator Church actually subpoenaed the FBI before Congress to make sure that that gun didn't get into the hands of public. And now, just recently, before the Trump administration took over, it's new and improved and can shoot other things other than poisons to cause a heart attack, can give you diseases, AIDS, and everything else. They can shoot it right through the gun. They improved it as a tool to kill terrorists and people like that.
Right. But this one it wasn't no gun, but it was something that stuck him, and he didn't realize it until it was about time for him to fall.
That's the lady who invented the poison. She invents these poisons that they want to use. They recruited her into the CIA for this particular reason. You can type it in and see all of them. Just type in heart attack gun. You can see them bringing a subpoena to the CIA to make sure that that thing didn't fall in the hands of the wrong people. Or how would they know that they were going to kill our presidents and stuff like that? That's what they wanted to know.
Right.
And the fact
Man,
is,
that's deep.
you couldn't know it. They were just telling you couldn't know it. They didn't even
That's
know how many.
deep.
They didn't even know how many prototypes that they even made. If you listen to Cash Patel right now, Cash Patel is saying, first off, when he used to work at DOD, he already read the entire secret files of President John F. Kennedy. He said the question is not who killed Kennedy. He said the question is how many other people they killed after they killed Kennedy. He said it never stopped. He said that's what you're gonna find out. He said, you're gonna read Kennedy and have to move right past Kennedy, and you're gonna have to look at all the other people who they killed after President Kennedy and still could kill to this day, he said.
Dang.
He said it's been improved. Things have changed. Where they may have shot Kennedy. He said, and CIA and FBI, when they invent these things, they don't keep the same thing. He said, year after year, something's changed. It's something new. So you're gonna look. He said, you're gonna be wondering who else they killed. He said, that's the question you need to ask. Who else died after Kennedy? He said, a lot of people. Yes, Cash Patel, the head of the FBI. That's what he said.
Wow.
He told Joe Rogan that. He said, you're going to be asking, who else did they kill when you start reading about
Oh,
President
yes, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. Yep. Uh-huh.
He said, President Kennedy, that ain't nothing. He said, but you're going to have to ask yourself a question. How many other people have died since Kennedy at the hands of the American government? That's what that brother said. He said, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's alive and well. People don't even know they be fucking people up.
He said people would be surprised if they could only get to the point of asking themselves that question. So he's not denying that deep state or the government killed Kennedy. What he's saying is how many other people they killed after Kennedy that we're not asking about.
Man,
That's the FBI director said that.
That's crazy.
The head of the FBI, that's what he said. He's on Joe Rogan. That's what he said. How many other people after Kennedy have died at the hands of deep state?
Hey, it's funny that we sitting here talking. I was just came off the car a lot. I seen Tupac being, or Suge and Tupac being, and then the other week they got the original car on auction. I just seen that they covered all the bullets and all of that up.
Yeah, they're never going to get. Well, actually, the LAPD.
It's sell for. I think you said 1.4 million. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 1.5. We was right there. Yeah, I seen that. I was like, wow. And they still selling that shit. I still want the bullet hole.
I never go buy one of those and I get me a 2025 for $160,000.
Yeah, I know that's right. I seen that. I was like, nope, I'm going over here and get another Cadillac.
And that was what's his name, Anderson, Suge's brother-in-law's. Suge had a BMW like that. That wasn't Suge's BMW. That was his brother-in-law's BMW. I
That was a
forget
brother-in-law.
what was his name, Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
The one who married he stood in for Suge and he married Michelle A. What's her, I can't think of his name right now. And his last name Anderson. That was his BMW they used that night. My boy,
Right.
what do you got? Cadillac. Congratulations
You
on the
already
lack.
know. Yes, sir. I just dropped it on them. It's been so long. It's been this is the second one. So the wife trying to get the other one. No, you ain't getting that one. That's gonna sit there. It's a grown man car. I was going for what you got, bro. You had that pretty white thing. I said, whew.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's real old school. I say, well, Big Dog got them big pockets, so he can get them. He got them big old swollen pockets. Hey, Chef, we might have to come to Big Brother and get a loan from him to get us a nice car, man, because, he got them pockets.
I don't even want a car.
He got them pockets.
Give me that girl that was cooking that dinner, man. Not with the
Oh, my
panties,
goodness.
though. I don't.
Tell me about it.
Tanique.
Mm-hmm.
That's spaghetti drawers, man.
That's a spaghetti, y'all.
You know what you
Not
are
no
like.
spaghetti, y'all. Not no spaghetti, y'all.
No.
I thought you gonna put spaghetti draws in your harem.
Nah, hell no. You know I don't want that bitch. You know I don't want that bitch.
Oh, spaghetti draws. I thought you said she can make dinner or something. We can put her in the harem. I was like, in the harem? You gonna eat her?
Hell no.
Oh, God, no. Oh,
Hey, it's crazy we talking about Vegas. I got the tickets for Vegas, right, bro? I'm scared to death. And I've been on a plane 3,000 times. I'm scared to death, bro. I'm telling you.
Something happened to a plane today. You got a right to be scared with what's going on in the air. I'm hoping Cash Patel looking into that to try and tell us what's going on in this air.
Right.
They were like, what you gonna do? I was like, I'll look in Indianapolis and just go to the March Madness game. So I go look up. I said, I'll take my son with me. Let's go look at the seat, man. The first seat was $590. I'm like, shit. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I had to really, really get to my prayers. I had to get some strength on that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, just
I want to be under control. I want to be under control.
I just want to see them tell us something, what's going on in aviation, what's happening. It's just too many planes, 9 planes in less than a month, bro.
Yeah, it's too much, man. That's too much, man.
9 planes in less than a month.
But I still want to go there because every year I've been there, I have took a picture 9 times. This will be the 9th time I have took a picture where Tupac was killed. And somebody's like, you should put all them times that you was there up. But, that's something that's sacred to me because, man, he tattooed on my back, my whole back, man. I just pray that to this day, whoever I hope they get their ass. I hope they get their ass and spread their ass apart and put everything they can in their ass.
I just wanted Miss Wallace. I was hoping she would live long enough
to find out. That's right.
Yeah, right. I was really hopeful that she would live to see, what happened to her son, man. I really was. So it kind of caught me off guard that she passed.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. That was deep, man. That was something. That was like another, an influencer in hip hop passed away. So she was really about the culture.
Took that boy's estate from $10 million to $160 million.
Yeah, did what she's supposed to do by herself. And I know they was taking her through a lot, just like they did Tupac, mama.
And they did that boy wrong. They
Yeah.
did Biggie wrong, man.
Big was completely innocent. That was the one thing I
Completely
found out real
innocent
quick in my investigation.
He's
They
a
killed
mo.
that boy for
Yeah.
nothing. He died for nothing. He shouldn't have never died.
for nothing.
Yeah.
He had nothing
Him
to
and
do with this
Tupac would have
stuff.
been friends. It wouldn't
Yeah.
even been had no problems.
That punk motherfucker that's locked. The motherfuckers that's locked up is the people that the feds got. That they know who the people that do the shit, what they do. And I'm telling you, they got the right people locked up. Puffy and Keefy D. Come on now. Come on now.
And that's why I
Why they
say,
got both of them? And they both got ties to each other. Big time. Why?
and that's why I say that it's got to be a lot of nervous people, especially now that Keefy D is sober. All those drugs out of his system. He's talking. He's
Mm-hmm.
articulating on certain levels. I don't know, man. He gonna spill the guts. He gonna spill it. He gonna spill it all, man.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
gonna
like
spill
this.
it.
If he got a full cancer and he finna die, I guarantee he gonna tell.
Motherfucker said, I ain't write that damn book. I don't know shit about Tupac.
Yeah,
He asked
in
him something
California,
about the book. He didn't even know what was in the book.
he is thirsty.
The guy said, it's in your book. He like, it is? He,
I,
he didn't even
I
know
feel
who
like
wrote the
this.
book.
Yeah, you
Nobody
put
even wrote a
yourself out
book.
there as being, and you put yourself out there as being a boss. If you was a boss, you'd be taken care of to the end.
Man, you ever hear him talk? I knew just from hearing him
Right? You
talk,
sound like
he
he
didn't
ain't
write
never
no
been in
book.
school. Right? He
Right.
ain't been in school. Yeah, he ain't. Oh, again,
He wrote a
he's
book.
uneducated.
Bruh.
That's all part of his defense.
Hey, all of them like that in California. You know, I went out there, man. They talk differently, man. They talk like they prep. They go to prep school and
There
you
you
know,
go.
and then right,
They was
and you
gang
know, and
banging.
then yeah, you know, the dumbest shit ever in the world.
That's why three
You
of them
know,
only know about 3 words. What up, cuz? What up, homie?
what up,
Cuz?
good? What up, homie? Yeah,
What up, cuz? Cuz 60,000 times to say one sentence.
yeah.
They
On
don't know.
cuz,
Yeah, they don't.
on blood, on good.
On
I'm like,
blood.
dude,
They
yeah.
don't.
If you gotta put it on something, you lying.
Yeah.
You
And
lying
that's
like a
another reason
motherfucker.
why the story kept going
Yeah.
because he didn't want to look like
Oh,
no fool
everything you look.
to the set, to the Crip set. Went back and did all that lying. Oh, we killed Tupac and make them look good. That's why that story kept going out there like that too, because he already been, claiming that they did it to their whole hood until they started to get pushback
Water.
from it.
I just seen this recently. I seen a dude who cut a deal with the prosecution, and for him, it would have been a good deal. The prosecution and defense made a deal. He did everything that they asked him to do. And the prosecution told the
Unwanted
judge,
sexual misconduct as a passenger of an Uber or Lyft.
the prosecution told judge they have a deal, and the judge let them talk. And the judge said, "Okay, y'all may have a deal." He said, "But I reject that deal."
Mm.
And the guy that told his guts out, the judge said, "I reject that deal. No way."
Mm.
And he didn't spill the beans on everything, even his part and everything. And judge said, "I reject it. I don't have to accept it, and I refuse to accept it."
Wow.
Now he in jail for life.
And the judge didn't accept the deal, huh? That they gave him.
So and this is what I'm saying about him. He accepted what he thought was a profit deal, and it made him feel like he was invincible. And they
Right.
got you. The minute you feel invincible, they got you. Oh, they can't touch me. I'm invincible. Somebody can always change their mind. You can get new offers,
The man and killed the
offers.
man for no reason at all. Just because he wanted to be in a place uh, on the top where any man's supposed to be. And killed him because they suckers, man. Ain't people tripping, man. People just be killing people for no reason. And shit don't even make sense.
Who?
No, it don't make sense. Just like killing that
Oh.
baby don't make sense.
Shit don't make sense. I was just thinking about that. Don't make sense, man. For
No,
what reason?
it
Then
shot
your
that
monkey
baby.
ass get caught. Now what? You ain't got no motherfucking lawyer. I can, I said it the other day. I said it to my son. I said, I can just imagine how much money that they got because when the dudes that killed off, they ain't get shit. They ain't get shit at all. So I can just imagine.
Well,
I can just imagine.
in all
They
fairness,
got caught so quickly.
though, I have to say that Gotti's record label turned over the $50,000 each for each lawyer, which is an admission that they were involved, and they still ain't got arrested yet.
Wow.
That lawyer stood up and said, "You got paid. Your $50,000 came to me." His own lawyer stood up in court and said that.
Mm. Mm.
And I'm still trying to figure out why anybody arrested for the record label when a lawyer confesses that I got paid $50,000 for the work they put in to kill Dolph. I'm trying to see why anybody arrested.
Right.
One reason I didn't bring it up because I don't want people in Memphis to keep, even though they're still killing, they're still riding. I don't want them to keep riding because we bringing up the fact that his own lawyer came forward and said that the $50,000 he got to retain him came for the people he put the work in for when he killed Dolph. That was his lawyer.
Mm. So I wonder what. Back to Keefy D. What's I think they got a hit dog and they don't want to let him go, and they're going. I think they want to try to pin it on him, but I don't think they can.
Bro, when you've been in jail as long as Keefy been in jail, you start to see in the light. All the drugs that's in this guy's
Oh
system is
yeah.
out. All the alcohol
Oh
is out
yeah.
of there. And he's thinking and
Yeah.
realizing that his days are numbered at 60-something years old. He gonna be put in jail for a murder that he didn't commit and confess. He had nothing to do with it.
So they gonna blame that shit on him.
If they have to, unless he can come up with some like I said, they just can't throw it out there. They got to come up with some kind of evidence. Now, they told you if people watch what's being said, the defense is telling you what their evidence is. The defense is saying their evidence is being thrown on Reggie. That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And Reggie, of course, denied any involvement, always has. But that's what the defense is saying,
Mm.
that they are going to blame him. And Keefy told you that this is what shocked me. Keefy saying the prosecution's number one suspect. Witness. Keefy saying that he's the number one witness for the prosecution.
Right.
So they didn't show it in the witness list. And when he saw the first name, he went crazy.
Right. That motherfucker went batshit crazy. It's not only a key witness, it's probably the only witness. Nobody was there. Who?
Okay, what would a number one witness have to testify to? They would have to testify that they knew you were there. If you're a number one witness and you want me to give you immunity and all of that shit, that means you're going to turn state evidence. The evidence that I need for you is that if I'm going to put this guy away, I need you to tell me that you know for sure that he was there because he's telling me that he wasn't there and he's got witnesses that's going to put him 300 miles away. So I'm going to make you my number one witness. I'm going to give you immunity if you give me what I need, and I need you to say, I know for a fact that Dwayne Keith Davis was there.
Mm-hmm. And you want to know something else too, Tanique? Remember when Mob James was running around talking about he saw them pull up in the parking lot of 662?
Mm-hmm.
He changed that tone, didn't he? He changed that up.
Hell yeah, he changed. Yeah, he sure did.
He ain't see them then. He didn't see them. He don't see them no more. Cause he know he would have had to take his ass down to that police station and say he saw what he been around here saying. I
I
wish
was
somebody
told,
had that on camera,
I was
on
told
video.
I was told that if the guy survived the next year, because it'd be next year before they had trial, if he survived the next year, you're gonna be surprised who they're gonna call as witnesses.
Yeah, Mob James was saying that shit. So he was saying he saw Keefy D and them pull up in that parking lot.
Well, you heard it out of his mouth, and I'm gonna let you hear it again. Keefy D says he never even was in Vegas at all, period.
Right.
He did it strictly for the money, and he said the police fed him what to say this whole time. He said he said he ain't wrote no book.
Fuck that book.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefy D. Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said it bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man. And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
The keeper for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have.
You buy your own apartment, your own house, whatever. Add it on to
Yo,
whatever.
Sneak, who hooked him up with that publisher? I
don't know, but I find it strange that you brought it up, because here is the publisher denying anything in this book. They had nothing to do with it. They just published it. This is their strong denial about anything in this book. They had nothing to do with it. They just published the book like they would for anybody else. All the statements made in this book is made by the people who make them. This is the publisher. This is like the first page you're going to read in the book.
No,
that's it right
crazy.
there. They deny anything that's being said in this book, and go see the person who actually said it, is what they're saying. They have nothing to do with what's being said in this book. That's the first page you get to.
That tells me that, furthermore, lets me know Reggie and Greg Caden hooked him up with them publishers and got him to write that book, because I know he ain't had nothing to do with that. He ain't even got to confess to that. I know he just so happened to write a book, bro. Come on.
What they didn't know is that he would be alive this long. And now he done spilled his beans. More information, I'm told, is going to be let out on what he said shortly.
Mm-hmm. They tricked that brother into writing that book. Reggie told him, yeah, write a book. You could.
and taking a heat for one of the most high-profile murders in American history.
Right. What made him think that was okay?
Money, like he said.
That tone done changed real quick.
Yeah, when you're looking at bars the rest of your natural life, you talking about he should be in this golden age and enjoy. I'm like, yeah, you sure should. At 60-something years old, and now he in there fighting the third and fourth generation dudes over Tupac. He fighting people that
days are over.
He fighting dudes that's his grandchildren, because they ready to beat him up for killing Tupac.
Yes, read tonight was, oh, my kids is getting harassed. They say your mom killed Tupac. Uh-huh.
So all these people who say he wrote a book, Keefy D said he did not write that memoir. He didn't do it.
He did not write it. He don't got nothing to do with that book.
This is his statements, and we're quoting him exactly. He's saying that he was fed information by the police.
So who wrote the book?
The police probably wrote that too. The police probably wrote the book too.
Yeah. Hey, cook my food, girl. Hey. Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. That was the
Yes,
best looking
sir.
one that was I ever saw. That food, know it looked good.
Yeah, Tanique got the goodies today, huh?
It's celebration time, brother.
Word.
Damn, ain't nobody there. They gone. Damn.
Oh man. Yeesh. Who wrote the book?
The
Let's go.
police. The police wrote
That's
the
right,
book.
the police. That's right.
Let's look at what he said. He said right here. He said he did not write that memoir. All right, so it's not his memoir. This is his words. All right. He was fed information by the police. So the police, all the stuff he said is the same thing in the book. So the police must have wrote the book.
Yo.
Hey, man, it's the truth.
Yeah, remember you was on Vlad? He kept telling Vlad, you gotta get the book. You gotta read the book.
You gotta read what the police say. I remember that stuff, man. Read what the police say.
Right.
No, nigga, you wrote that book.
No, he said the police did. He's like, man, y'all cleaned up, man, and y'all cleared up
Nigga, you wrote
everything.
that
Y'all
book.
sober. His eyes are open. He said he didn't do that, man.
I'm not letting him get off of that.
He said he didn't do that. he didn't say, he said, psych. He said, psych, I didn't do it.
No, I had to listen to that for years, bro. For years, people telling me, Baby Lane did it. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, I had people calling me conspiracy theorist and all that, all in my neighborhood, man. I knew that story was bullshit.
Well, he
I
just told
Yes,
knew.
you the
sir.
police made up the baby land. I told y'all, Linda Anderson. I was the first one on the internet to tell you didn't do it.
Oh
That's
man,
right.
for
You sure
years,
did,
bro.
bro.
You
I'm
don't even know
telling
how
you, you
many
did. You said
arguments
it.
I done had.
You can't be in two places at one time. You said that. I remember that shit. I know it. You know I know. I know it.
Yeah, Orlando
Yeah.
didn't do that. Orlando was at Martin Luther King Hospital early that morning when he left Vegas, getting his arms and stuff looked at and stuff. And Martin Luther King, it don't even exist no more. The hospital he went to.
Yeah, because Buntree was kicking field goals with that nigga.
Bunchy had the Holy Ghost in that foot, boy. Yeah, look. Listen, man, I saw a dude with the Holy Ghost moving his foot just like Bunchy, man. Bunchy was having
Right.
it.
If anybody
Oh,
needed to be shot, it was Buntree. If Orlando needed to shoot anybody, it was
Because
Buntree.
if you watch the fight real good, Frank dove into Tupac to stop
Right.
Tupac from doing anything.
Right.
Bunchy in that white suit, boy, he was working that foot, boy. The Holy Ghost was in the other one. He was just shaking that foot. Oh, man. Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
man. Hey, man. I heard somebody, wait, somebody took that video and they put Kirk Franklin. Somebody took that video and put Kirk Franklin. Oh,
Hell no. Don't say that.
and they did, man. And every time you see Bungie foot, they going storm, and the people say,
Right.
Yo,
Fucked up.
he was mad at
Fucked up.
Tupac, but Bungie was
that foot
kicking
happened,
mud
Bungie.
holes in that nigga.
That was
So
fucked up.
that foot was moving, man. He braced that other foot like he was doing that slide stone dance, and then put the other one, pow. The other one,
Hey, that's
and
crazy,
people
man.
say, no. And he was like,
Hell no.
Yo, you can't make this shit up though. He mad at
Hell
Tupac,
no.
but Bungie was cooking mud holes in that nigga, man. I'm trying to tell you. I would have been looking for anybody twice.
Hell no.
I have been looking
Yes,
for
sir.
anybody in that white suit. I'm trying to tell you, ain't no way he got away scot free kicking Orlando like that.
Chef
he,
crazy.
he,
Chef, yeah.
I bet they gonna call that lady too. She gets mad when you put a picture of her name right here. The lady who was the chief security officer at that hotel, they gonna wonder why she didn't call the police and stuff like that. They gonna put her ass on the stand. She gonna show up
right.
and testify against Suge. Well, she did by phone or something. When Suge went, but she wouldn't do anything when it came to Vegas. Didn't call to get no help.
Mm-hmm.
Got a whole mob action going on, and she watching it and do nothing.
Nothing. Not one police
Remember,
was looking for them. Nothing.
nothing. Remember, they went back to Suge's house and spent 2 hours there before they went to Club 662.
Right. And
Right.
ironically, all the police is at 662 with Reggie Wright. He said he had about 20 Las Vegas police officers helping him watch the club.
Well, he should have had 21 because one pulled Suge and them over and put something in the back of Suge's car.
Mm-hmm.
How much the music was too loud. Ain't it
Uh-huh.
mysteriously that ain't it mysterious these damn red lights are the longest lights in the world?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
They
you
was
gonna
at
stop
that
at a
light
red
for a
light?
long time.
Oh, you gonna stop at a red light and it's gonna hold you for 5 minutes.
Right.
I don't know, bro. You know what else is crazy too? The fact that the reason why Reggie Wright got the opportunity to be security for Suge Knight, because Suge Knight went to Reggie Wright's father, and the father said, "No, I can't do security for you because I heard some of the guys that you're hanging with are going to kidnap you and extort you for money. So I can't be a part of that." But he never told Suge who was these people that was trying to do this to him. He just let them still operate amongst Suge. But Reggie was supposed to be the security, but he never took. We never found out who was trying to kidnap Suge and extort him. Because that's the story that Reggie Wright Senior told why he didn't be the head of security initially. That's who Suge went to.
That
And that's
nigga.
just that's a little made up to me. The whole thing to me, they've been planned on taking that business from Suge.
For sure.
Well,
Yeah.
that was
They
Can't
one
want
of the
even
everything
though they were
around.
the ones who was plotting on him the
Still.
whole
don't
time.
forget that was one of the conversations Michael Moore had with Frank. Michael Moore had that conversation with Frank. Michael Moore said that they went out on Lake Mead with Reggie Wright Sr. and he began to tell him who was going to get death row when Suge go to jail. And Michael was saying, you know, Shretha's going to get it, this person's going to get it. And they were letting him know, no, it's going to fall into the hands of his son. Frank said, you got to
Right.
be kidding me. And Michael told him, said, no, if anything happened to Suge, even if he deceased, that company would go to Reggie.
Exactly. And it's alleged, but it's my own opinion. But I feel like they were the ones who've been plotting on Suge from the beginning because when Pop called that audit, he was mad at Suge. But Suge, went by the audit being called, Suge found out that Reggie and Kenner was stealing from him as well. And that's why they moved forward with trying to assassinate Suge and send Pac to jail. Pac was supposed to go to jail.
Yep.
Because Reggie White is always talking about the reason why
How to
Pac,
get rid of them niggas.
yeah, because he was afraid to go back to jail. So he knew that was one of Pac's weaknesses. And I believe Pac didn't want to go back to jail.
I
But
believe
by
that too.
And
him,
the man that went over there and got his wife, man. So you already know shit
right,
was on the floor already.
right. So by him putting his hand on Orlando, that would have violated his
To
condition. And
violate
he
his
was
parole, he was definitely going back to jail, and he's going back Monday morning. Not only that,
right.
it is alleged that David Kenner already withdrew the bond because Pac fired him and fired Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he fired them both.
He hired Yasmin Fuller. Yasmin Fuller was in charge, and that's why she called Frank. He told Frank, "You better step up security because Pac has made some changes." Jasmine Fuller did that. This stuff is all documented.
So I'm saying alleged, but it just kind of makes sense. Like, come on now. It's like why would they use that video lying, saying that's the video that got Suge put in jail when that wasn't the video. He got put in jail for leaving United States and going to Hawaii. Not
No,
not the
he
video.
got put in jail because the judge and the prosecution stated they saw him kick Orlando, even though Orlando testified that Suge was the only person trying to help. And I've
Right.
watched that video a million times, and I ain't seen Suge do anything, but that's why he got 9 years. But luckily, he got the 9 years. That's why they can't pin Biggie's death on him, because he got 9 years. He was in jail.
Yeah.
You know, good boy. That was the whole thing they were gonna say. Suge Knight not been in jail. They were gonna say Suge Knight killed Biggie, and Suge was gonna get the blame for everything. But God
Oh yeah.
intervened, and he
Oh
got
yeah.
9 years and did 9 years. And when he came home, Biggie had already been killed. And they've been trying to link Suge to King because everything he did was recorded. They had feds sharing the same cell with him there. They got everybody who came to visit him there. And Suge never said nothing about Biggie and nothing towards that. So they couldn't blame it on him. They wanted to, but they couldn't do it.
Right.
Somebody would have wore a wire on Suge real close to him.
They tried that. They had to tell Wyatt. He never spoke nothing about Biggie at all, period. I believe him when he said he wanted Biggie on his label. Look where he had there at 662. He had Eric B there. Eric B was going to run Death Row East. He had Craig Mack coming out there. Suge had a lot of bad boy artists out there. So why can't we believe that he was going to try and go out to Biggie too?
Right. He found out they were stealing, and he called them out. I believe that he wasn't doing bad by Pop. Like everybody said, he was doing bad. I don't think so. I don't think he had as much control as he was fronting on having, and Pac found that out.
Well, I'm not going to give him that kind of praise. I think he had a problem once he realized that Pac gave the FBI an open door into death row, but with that audit, there was no way of
Right, that
reversing.
part.
Yeah,
That
I
part,
believe
yeah.
that at that point in time, I think that Suge and Pac's friendship ended right there. That was a real
Right, that's
audit,
the fight. That's the
and,
fight Michael Moore was talking about.
and at that point in time, that's the reason why there was no death row. That's going to lead into bankruptcy. You had the FBI come in and audit death row, which is some of the reason why Feeney was able to get those records and get that music and stuff back. So at that point in time, friendship go out the window. That was crossed, man. He made a boss business move, but it's like people say, somebody know you're gonna be hit and maybe not tell you. When the FBI say I'm coming in to audit you, bro, I'm sorry, man. I think at that point in time, things changed. Y'all still there, right?
Yeah, long live Fox, man. It's crazy.
Right. Boy was serious about his money. He wanted his money.
Yeah.
And then we just not talking about the money. Okay, first of all, with all eyes on me, Pac wasn't even supposed to be paid to October. We're not talking about that. He's talking about he put Death Row and David Kenner in charge of getting his money for Juice. The $5 million he got for Me Against the World, he never got that money. That was all got by David Kenner. We don't even know if Jimmy Iovine them turned that money over to Pac. He never got. He was trying to get his money, that money. The Death Row money wasn't even due to October.
Right.
Iovine get all that.
Exactly. Now he was talking about that money owed from his other stuff. Me
Yeah,
Against the
poetic
World, all
justice.
that. Yep.
Yeah, all that stuff. He never got his
He
royalties.
never
He was
got
talking
that
about his
money.
royalties.
Nope.
And they giving him what Frank say, $5,000 a week instead of just giving the man his money.
Mm-hmm.
And so he called the audit. Now, once you called in the audit, the IRS and the FBI into the business, hey, bro, our relationship just changed.
Oh yeah. Definitely the relationship changed. I know that because Michael Moore said they had a fight.
And that's the reason why he didn't want to go. You got people who tell you, he didn't want to go to Vegas, but he went to Vegas not to meet with Suge because he was supposed to be getting his money.
Right.
Instead of getting his money as a shooting that took place. That's the only thing that's suspicious about me, and nobody want to talk about that.
What's that?
He don't want to go to Vegas, but he
Right,
goes to
yeah.
Vegas because he's promised that he's gonna get his money. And when he gets there, he's pissing a fit because Sugar's not even there on time. Remember, he's walking away. He's leaving Frank Alexander. He wants to know where Sugar gets because he wants his money.
Yeah, because they'll have you to believe he was there doing a charity thing for one of them cases or something.
Well, it was a police officer with a boxing thing there, but I don't see how you can serve your community service in Vegas when you're supposed to do it in Los Angeles.
Right.
That's suspicious within itself.
That is, yeah. Another one of them jurisdiction contradiction things.
But all I know is he didn't go there because no boxing thing. He went there because he was promised that he was going to get his money when he got there. And when he got there, the person he was looking for wasn't even there. Frank Alexander is telling you that him and Pac not getting along. Frank sidestepped Pac, went on a vacation, fellowship with one of the churches that we fellowship with. And he went to church and he was gone 2 weeks and didn't tell Pac when he gone and just showed up 2 weeks later. Pac ain't gonna trust you no more after that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted Michael Moore. Michael Moore was there for him. And Michael Moore was taking off for him.
Because Michael Moore wasn't biased at all because he said he didn't even like Pac, but that was his job.
Exactly. That part.
So
And
I believe him.
Yep, that part. And, Pac had to know that something was up. If he didn't know before he got there, I'm sure he knew when he got there that something wasn't up because things wasn't where they were supposed to be. Nothing was normal.
They was stalking him. Suge said it. They been stalking him the whole night. He saw them police walking around. He saw Kevin Gaines. He saw Perez and them. He saw them niggas. David Mack. He saw them. That's who he said was stalking him. They was
Wow.
watching him.
Wow, man. That's the first time I heard that.
That they was stalking? Yeah, Suge said they was stalking Pac.
Wow. Well, did Sugar ever say why he wasn't there on time?
No, I did. When you just said that to me, that was the first time I heard that.
Bro, Sugar didn't get there till they barely made it into the fight. Remember, the fight didn't last but a couple of minutes. They barely made it into the fight. Sugar was supposed to be there earlier. And that's why Pac and Frank were going at it. Frank was trying to call Red so Reggie could tell him where Suge was because Pac wanted to see Suge to get his money. And when Frank would go back, Tupac was gone. And he had to walk around and try and find Pac. He was calling Michael Morrison. You know what Tupac is? No, I left him with you.
Yeah, I remember they lost him.
But why do you think Suge told Frank, you can't ride in here, bro. Ride in Gadada's car. Pac didn't want him in there. You've been gone 2 weeks, didn't tell the main guy you was bodyguarding that you was gone on a vacation or anything, and then just show up to him and y'all been homies. He didn't went to your niece, Janet Jackson, turn your little niece down and stuff like that, did something else. But he picked up the slack, made your niece happy, all that stuff, and you call him a part of your family, and then you leave him and don't even tell him you're gone? Then you just show back up in Vegas? Man, Pac knew what was going on, man. He saw the handwriting on the wall, bro.
Yeah, he saw it on the wall. Sure did.
He had doubles there. Why do you think he had doubles there, man?
Yeah, it's different.
It was confirmed that he had doubles there. All this stuff was supposed to be conspiracy. Now it's been confirmed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely had some doubles there.
So he had to feel something, knew something wasn't right. And if he didn't feel it when he got there, he knew when he was coming, he knew when he got there. Because however they got to Vegas, he was there 6 months earlier. He knew it wasn't the same when he got there this time. Because one, the head honcho who he went against his will and showed up for was not even there on time.
That's crazy.
These are facts.
Set my boy up, man. Setup.
Yeah,
It was
man,
a
but
straight setup.
your boy went as a citizen to the FBI and said, okay, these people owe me money. I work for these people. They didn't pay me. They need to be audited. They were like, thank you. We'll be glad to do it. Thank you so much, Mr. Tupac. Yes, we'll be there. Hey, man, who needs to audit? We need you to audit death row. He said, I need my paper. Death row? Hold on a second. We got there's some people who'll be glad. We're gonna be on this for you Monday morning. We're gonna be at Death Row Records Monday morning.
Uh-huh.
Who's all involved? You got David Kenner, you got Suge Knight, you got Jimmy Iovine, you got Ted Bills, you got the FBI coming in on all them too.
You got the LAPD, you got the Compton PD, all them involved. Because they were under
Oh yeah.
investigation for racketeering, according to Kevin Hackey. Not me, Kevin Hackey said that. That Death Row was already under investigation for racketeering. And that, to me, is telling. Because here we go, we got Rampart cops around them, evidence being missing in Snoop Dogg's case, just walking out of the evidence locker. Who else can do that kind of stuff? So this goes way back to before even the murder of Tupac. I mean, the police being involved with Death Row. I think
Right.
Yeah, we
what
all
you're
know that
saying to me,
Rafael Perez was stealing out of the FBI evidence room. Everybody knows that's common knowledge now.
mm-hmm,
The same guy that was driving the limousine for Harvey Weinstein all this time.
exactly. So he was definitely tied to Death Row for a long time, and they was under investigation. They just when Russell Poole exposed all that, they couldn't do it. They couldn't prosecute themselves. They couldn't do it. They couldn't prosecute their own. How do you give a police officer who shot people on duty that he's supposed to protect and serve any kind of immunity? You don't get that motherfucker shit. You hang him.
Oh
How you
yeah.
give Rafael Perez that, and then you give David Mack a deal where he go to jail for some time and get out and still keep the money. But he's supposed to preserve and serve and protect. They protected their own all throughout all of this criminal stuff that they uncovered. They know Perez and Mack and Gaines is all over this. Whether picking up the evidence at the Peterson Museum, picking up gun shells, whether being in Las Vegas, 2 or 3 days before and after the murder of Tupac Shakur, just being implicated as possible suspects in Biggie's murder. Come on. It's all if it looks like a duck, sound like a duck, quack like a duck, it's probably a duck. That's just too many.
It's a duck.
Right. That's just too many coincidences. Too many for it not to be the
It is
truth.
too many. Right.
It just so happens that we have pictures of Rafael Perez and David Mack at these parties, these death row parties, but they had nothing to do with death row. I find that hard to believe. It don't take a rocket science to figure out if they were dirty in the actual police department, they're going to be even dirtier at death row, where they were getting away with murders, beating people, making people drink piss, running death row like a prison and not a record label.
Oh yeah.
And that's why all of these gangster rappers that was on death row was scared to be at death row because they were being extorted. They had no say so in their music careers. Sugar was telling them what to do, where to be, and who to be with, and they was running that like a jail. And you can't get away with that without the police. You just can't. The
And
shit that he was getting away with, you can't get away with it without the help of the law.
let's not forget about LAPD policy. LAPD put in a policy that they could not be bodyguards, especially for death row records. Parks and them put that in policy, but they still did. Chief Parks and put
And
that
how
in
come?
policy.
Right. And how come the punishment for that was not severe when Russell Poole found that out? How come the punishment for that was
I'll tell you why it wasn't severe. How about killing his granddaughter at a Popeye's chicken right inside the drive-thru?
who
Right.
granddaughter?
Parks, Chief
Yeah.
Parks' daughter. When he got ready to pull the plug, somebody rolled up on a bike and shot her to pieces at a Popeye's drive-thru. And
Get out of here.
he just kind of faded out after that.
No.
Yeah, they
Yep.
retired him. So he didn't come
Yo,
forward to
I did
anything.
not even know that.
Man, I covered all that stuff, bro.
Yep. Still to this
That's
day, that
crazy.
shit crazy.
Cause I'm wondering like
Yeah.
how they get away with that.
Police, man.
Yeah.
To this day, after reading that story, I do not pull up in the drive-thru. That's the reason why I go to a different kind of car wash. After what did you say yesterday? I don't roll like that. No car wash. You be in a car wash going through the automated machine, man. Somebody be right down the other end waiting for you, man. Take you out the box.
Oh yeah.
Even though my boy was vacuuming the car, imagine he been in there and they bubbles going through the windshield. You can't see nothing. Cats be standing down at the other end waiting for you to come through there.
You do that shit in your driveway or in your garage.
Yeah, that make a lot of sense now.
So
Cause
she's
I'm
sitting
like,
in the
how they
drive-thru.
find
Dude take her to the drive-thru, gonna get her some chicken, and a cat roll up on the bike and just open up and lit her up. And she thought they think he was shooting at the dude. Man, please, you can shoot the dude. He only shot the girl. Now, if you pay close attention to that, you'll see the same pattern. These people know who they're shooting at, know how to shoot it in car doors and everything, and keep these guns and stuff low because they're shooting at the passenger, not at the driver.
That's right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Just
mm,
like
mm,
how they
mm.
rode up on the bike and shot Buntry.
And
Right?
Get back.
let Kevin Hackey tell it. Kevin Hackey said that was for him. He said he was the one
Mm-hmm.
who was supposed to be driving that car, not Alton Buntry. Kevin Hackey said that. And he said, if you're going to get him, you ought to get him a different way because he's not that stupid. So he refused to drive the car.
I never heard that one either. That's crazy.
It's all on film and it's all in writings, man. It's right there in front of your face.
Kevin Hackey was telling,
Yeah.
huh?
The same man who had the $100,000 challenge said that he was supposed to be driving Reggie Wright Sr. that day, and he said no, he wasn't going to do it. So he told him, if you're going to get me, you got to get me a lot smarter than that. I know better. So in the place of Kevin Hackett, Alton Buntry was driving that car. That with Mr. Wright Sr. in there, who went into the store and they lit up Alton Buntry.
Mm. That's
A good
crazy as
book for you
hell.
to read. A good book for you to read would be Michael Douglas Carlin's Merchant book. I forget the name of the book. It's called Merchant. It's
Chaos
got all
Merchant.
yeah,
Chaos
Chaos
Merchant.
Merchant. Read the information, and he got all the Russell Poole's notes too in that book.
Yeah, they got a little too weird on me. I used to listen to them, but they got a little too weird on me. Just a
I
little.
said read the book, not
Yeah,
listen
I'm
to
gonna
anybody.
check it out.
Yeah, read if you read that book, you're gonna see. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of stuff that's been missing. You listening to these people talk, but when you read it in writing, and they got the paperwork, police reports, and stuff in there to go along with, you be like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know this was here." He said
Oh yeah.
that. Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
I'm
a
gonna have
paper
to get a
trail is
hold
the
of that
best
book.
trail. When they get a paper trail on you, bro, it's over with.
Yeah, it's over with. You ain't got nothing coming.
So you can see why I believed in my heart that Suge was pissed off because Pac called in the IRS to investigate the financing of death row. It wasn't like there wasn't funds misappropriated, because there were funds misappropriated. How does Snoop Dogg be the #1 rapper in the whole damn world and don't own anything? Snoop Dogg telling you himself, he never got a dime until he got the Master P. He never owned the home. How? That album Snoop Dogg did is still one of the greatest selling rap albums of all time.
Right.
How does a cat with a record? I remember standing out at Tower Record waiting on Snoop Dogg's record to be released, man. I see me in line as I'm talking to you and still missed out and wasn't able to get a copy that day at Tower's Record because they sold out where I lived at. They sold out of Snoop Dogg's record that was released. All right. And finally they got something in and I was able to get one. All right. One of the greatest selling rap albums of all time. And the guy ain't got 15 cents to his name.
Right.
Misappropriation of funds.
Too many hands in the cookie jar.
And all the funds. Look, but when they did do the audit, and you can look it up, it's online. You can see it. They find that Tupac's money is going to pay Nate Dogg's child support.
Nate Dogg's child support. Yeah.
They find Tupac's money going to pay for repairs on people's Jaguars and stuff. It's going in every place but in his hands and in his pocket. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
He got the call a motherfucking audit, nigga.
And so at that point in time, that relationship wasn't the same anymore. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care
it wasn't.
what Doug say.
No,
you call the IRS on my business, man, and I'm being and if you ain't never been through an IRS audit, you don't even know how difficult it is, bro. I've been through one. A part of business, a part of church is the worst thing you could ever go through in your life. It's worse than a cavity search, man. They're not playing no game. They're not playing with you. And you may sometimes have to have every receipt you ever had in 30 years. You got to produce it, or they're going to put you away, man.
That's right.
And never look back at you. No pardon from the president going to get you out. You're going to do that time. That's one of the reasons why President Trump want to rip it up. How many times they audited him as a businessman? So he shut it down. Forget the IRS. He going to call it something else. They tried to take that man's hotels and everything in New York and stuff and audited him to death. He said, I'll fix you. I'm going to become president and I'm going to do away with the IRS. And has done it. Rendered them powerless. It's okay. Powerless. You want to take a man's money and give it to a woman? To hell with this divorce law. No more 50-50. You're not getting a man's money because he's rich and you married him. Go out and get your own ass a job. He changed the divorce in the country. Just because you got 2 titties in a twang don't qualify you to take your old man's money no more. President Trump changed that. It's in effect right now. Look at that girl sat there and who was that? Kevin Garnett's old lady. Married Kevin Garnett. She signed a prenuptial agreement. These judges are so damn crooked. They're not even honoring prenuptial agreements no more. She got a prenuptial agreement and she went 6 months ahead of time to try and change her prenuptial agreement and wound up taking millions from Kevin Garnett and 2 properties from him, period. And they had a prenuptial agreement in place.
Some fucking judge did it.
Yeah, Dr. Dre.
Yeah, he was getting paid from that shit. Yeah.
Dr. Dre did everything he could to marry that woman in her elongated face. I don't know how he did it, but anyway, he married her and he got a prenuptial agreement. Just threw it out the window. What's the use of having one? Tyrese is telling y'all, he had a prenuptial agreement in place. The judge saying, to hell with your prenuptial agreement. We don't care. Nobody's listening. These guys are doing all the right thing, but the law won't honor the law.
Right. Yeah, if Suge lie out his mouth and ever say that didn't make him feel some type of way, we know he lying.
Huh?
I said we know he lying. If he say when Pop called that order it didn't make him feel some type of way,
Man, please. That was the end of death row.
we
People want
know
to
he's
blame
lying.
Harry O's old lady, Lady Harris. That's a lie. The end of death row was when Park called it audit. That was the end of David Kenner. That was the end of Suge Knight. That was the end of Jimmy Iovine, Ted Fields. That was the end of death row. That was the end of all that stuff
That was
because
the end.
all those people have to be audited and investigated because behind death row was Jimmy Iovine and Ted Fields. Interscope, I think they call it.
Interscope, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what Pac was messed up at. Pac left Interscope. The last project he did with them was Me Against the World. He started his own record company. He wanted to be with Jimmy Iovine and Ted Fields. That's why
Right.
this trumped up charges came up. He was put in jail and brought up on rape charges. So when he signed with Death Row, he thought he was signing with a completely strict black record company and then get out there
Mm-hmm.
and realize that right next door to Death Row is Interscope, the same cast he left. That's
Right.
why if you go back and watch the interview with the MTV Awards and that white reporter, Tupac, she tells him, you know, Pac, I'm a fan, but man, don't get in no more trouble. And he looks at her. He said, how can I not get in trouble when every single person that is around me since I came here to California is a devil? Everybody around me is a devil.
Yeah.
And you expect me to do angel things and I'm around nothing but devils. He said it's gonna be pretty difficult for me to do that because everybody associated with me right now is a devil.
Damn.
Go watch that interview with him walking on Venice Beach talking to that lady. And you can see he knew he was in trouble because he get there, he didn't sign with Death Row, but Death Row is belonging to Interscope, just like Bad Boy belonged to Clive Davis. He realized that this wasn't a black record company. This was a black front. That's why he
Right.
got in there. He did 3 albums right away and was done. Had they honored their agreement, Tupac was done when he did Me Against the World. There's 2 CDs, and then the last one he did, Machiavelli, that was it. And then they
Right.
said, no, the 2 CDs count as one. He said, okay, fuck it. You can have the One Nation CD I did. You can have it. I don't care. So my contract is up. And he went signed with Quincy Jones of Quest Records and was going to release the Outlaws under Quest.
I believe it. I don't need nobody to say it. There's a paper trail that shows you. There's a lawyer.
All on paper.
There's a lawyer talking about the audit and what happened.
All on paper. And you can see where Pac's money was going.
Yeah.
I forget the lawyer's name in New York, but he right in New York. I think he had a good lawyer in New York. When he did the financing, he put it all out on paper where Pac's money was going. To Nate Dogg's child support, to cars being repaired, buying motorcycles for people, and they traced it was Pac's money off Pac's record.
Uh-huh.
That was all found out by audit.
And who was making those decisions? David Kenner.
You can tell.
Who did Pop fire? David Kenner. And Reggie Wright. I don't believe Pac ever liked it, Reggie Wright. Ever. The moment he was
Never
DJing.
liked it. Never liked it.
Ever, bro. Reese. Ever.
Ever. Right. You telling the truth.
And he
Yeah.
he running around like he Pac biggest fan. No, ain't
The
doing
guy,
nothing but using that man name for money.
the guy had a lot of irons in the fire, you know, death row, still holding on to the stuff that happened to him back east, man. He really had war going on in many fronts. That's why it was difficult to tell what happened to him because he had a lot of people trying to get at him. Now, all those people, even, I can't think of his name right now, all converged at that fight that night.
Yeah.
What was the name of that guy? They beat up his son. He got life in prison now. Used to hang out with Haitian Jack, the other guy. Jimmy something.
Jimmy Henchman.
Jimmy Henchman.
Jimmy Henchman. Yeah, Jimmy Henchman. Yeah.
Jimmy Henchman. I remember when Gab from Gab and Sam, Gab broke the story open. Gab did the piece about who sponsored that fight that night and come to find out that fight was sponsored by Jimmy Henchman. Jimmy Henchman, guy broke that wide open. That store, that thing was sponsored by Jimmy Henchman. So Jimmy Henchman's there. You got the Compton Police Department there. You got the feds there. You got the IRS there because he didn't call for an audit. And they're already in Vegas, already in Los Angeles, one of the areas. The mob trying to move from New York there. All these people converged, all wound up in the same place at the same time.
Right. And remember, Pac shot the police too, so you can't never forget the element of
I know he
cops
shot them in
protecting.
Georgia, but I'm gonna say this: he didn't know they were cops, and
Still
that's the
shot
part.
him.
You see, yeah, but that was Joe. That was him just defending another black guy. He didn't know they were cops. That's why they didn't do anything because he
I
had nowhere
agree
to
with
go.
that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying cops still don't like that nigga for that.
Yeah, they don't, but they understand when they're wrong, and not only that, those cops, what Pac did by shooting them was revealed to the state of Georgia that they were stealing from the evidence locker room because the guns that they had came from the evidence locker room from drug raids and stuff they had. They weren't even supposed to have those guns. That's why nothing happened.
And I bet David Mack and fucking Rafael Perez just loved Tupac. Come on now. Them niggas love Tupac. We wink. You know they ain't like that nigga. And Pac, it was mutual. He seen them dirty cops there, man. He ain't like cops, bro. He ain't like them niggas. He didn't like Reggie, and he ain't like them cops.
I know he didn't, but I just want to make it clear about the Atlanta cops. He didn't know that they were cops. He talked about that when he went to prison, when a guy told him that he was his hero because he shot those cops. And Pac told that guy in Dannemore, he said, "Man, look, if I'm your hero, I'm the wrong person." He's like, "Yeah, I didn't know those guys were cops. I thought they were just men jumping on another man." He made that very clear to that guy in jail. You know that don't glorify nothing like that. He didn't think they were cops. He made that very clear.
Right.
This is on record as well too.
Yeah, he saw them beating him up from the car or something like that. And then the cops came over to the window and hit the window with their gun, and then he defended himself or whatever, whatnot.
Exactly. And thanks to stand your ground and stuff like that, he was within his rights to a degree. And then thanks to them stealing the guns that they had out of the evidence locker room in Georgia, this is facts on paper, they couldn't prosecute because those guns were stolen.
Right.
From the evidence locker room.
So there's a bunch of cops that he done got fired over there too.
Exactly.
Cops ain't like that. He got the cops from LA. He had the lawsuit against. Them cops didn't like him. They beat him up for walking the street after jaywalking or some shit like that.
And those cops got reprimanded.
And who knows? Like you said, the IRS was out there. Those people was there. Probably the CIA.
Kevin Hackett's a federal informant. He's been with the record company long before Pac got there. He's been there since '91.
I think they
can
was
you
like
imagine? Kevin Hackett been there since 1991.
Exactly.
As a federal informant.
Reporting back, he had a handler. He said I gave it to my handler when he talked about that gun from Hussein Fatal.
Exactly. And that's the gun that Las Vegas knew that they were looking for. And when they tried to say, okay, this is Orlando Anderson, this is the gun you're looking for, they're like, okay, we gone. Thank you. You're not gonna take him? Nope, for what?
Right.
And that's when Orlando said enough of this stuff. And he went and got him a high-powered lawyer and went directly to CNN and said, look, I want to make it clear, I didn't shoot Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, he said that. On camera for everybody to see.
And leave a place sad and going to a store, and two guys, the Stone Brothers, just happen to be there, and they want to open up into a major shootout. When you're dead, you can't get your money.
Okay.
They can't talk, but the show can't pay either.
Hell no, show the hell.
You know, they may not be able to talk, but they show can't pay either.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, let's see what they got for us. I feel bad that Valletta Wallace didn't get to see the justice because that case is still, you know what I mean, an open case, and she need to know what happened to her son, man. Like it wasn't know they say it is, because I know losing her baby, man, that shit crushed her. Like we see a rap star, a mogul, but that's her son. Like that's not, you know
Right,
what I'm
it's
saying?
her
That's
baby
her
boy.
baby.
That's her only child. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to Keefy D one more last time and get ready for your last thoughts. Keefy D on, y'all.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefy Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said it bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man. And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
The keeper for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent.
Damn right you should.
Prosecutors decline to respond directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong and they expect a conviction. Tupac Shakur is one of the best-selling rap artists of all time, 75 million albums to date. Most of those sales posthumously, thanks in part to hits like California Love. Davis's arrest followed years of fan-driven theories that an intense rivalry between East Coast and West Coast rappers sparked the fatal attack on Shakur.
And I'm being held against my will. I'm supposed to be out there enjoying my twilight. God got my back.
Yeah.
My man's supposed to be out enjoying his twilight. Steph, don't be laughing at him.
That's the twilight.
The
Twilight.
Twilight. He said the Twilight.
Twilight. Bingo.
He want to be out here doing it like I am.
Yeah, he wants some of that. That's his twilight.
Hey, look at me. Listen, they got my man's locked up, and he didn't even write that book, man. My man didn't write that. My man didn't. He didn't write this. That's the wrong thing. My man he did not write that book, man. Look, they use his picture for nothing, man. Look, man. They lying on my dude. They lying on my dude, man. He didn't do it, man. He didn't write this book.
I can't let that nigga slide, son. Not at all.
Not only did my boy not kill Tupac, my boy ain't killed nobody, man, ever.
Nah, you wrote that.
No, bro. He said it. He didn't write this book, man. The police did. He said the police did this.
Yes,
Look what he said. Look what he said. He said, He did not write the memoir. He was fed information by the police. Running from the police. He was running from the police.
Yo, it's funny. It's
He was
funny
running
that
from the police.
he actually believed we think he did. Bro, you already,
No,
we know you did.
my boy, I'm gonna start the free Keefy D fund. I'm gonna start the free Keefy D fund. He was running from the police.
Bro, it's all right. We know you didn't write that book.
He was running from the police and ran right into the police.
Ran right into the police.
We know that, bro.
Running from the police, he ran into the police. Man, so I can't even read or write. I didn't write that.
I'm not shocked at that.
I didn't write that damn
Yeah. I just want to let them know that's not breaking news.
Hell nah.
Look, he didn't write. He said they number one witness is the number one suspect. Then no, bro, but you incriminated yourself. I didn't write that book, man. I ain't had to do that book, and I was pissed. You can't make this up, man. You know what? This was so funny that the prosecution wouldn't even comment on it. My man didn't write that. Let's listen to it again. Fuck it. Let's listen one more time. Listen to Keefy D. This is the greatest hits album of Keefy D's life. Hold on.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefy Davis says the night of the murder, September 7th, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said it bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man. And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
The keeper for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent, man.
Prosecutors decline to respond directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong and they expect a conviction. Tupac Shakur is one of the best-selling rap artists of all time, 75 million albums to date. Most of those sales posthumously, thanks in part to hits like California Love. Davis's arrest followed years of fan-driven theories that an intense rivalry between East Coast and West Coast rappers sparked the fatal attack on Shakur.
And I'm being held against my will. I'm supposed to be out there enjoying my twilight. God got my back.
I'm hearing rumors.
Man, my boy, he's supposed to be out enjoying his twilight, and he innocent, man. He innocent.
Innocent, bro. He didn't do it.
He didn't do it. He didn't write. He didn't fuck that book. I didn't write that book.
He didn't write the book. He didn't kill nobody.
You saw his face. Fuck that book. I didn't write that book. You saw his face. I didn't write that book. Man, they got to let Keefy D go, man. He didn't write that book.
Yo, get that fucking book out of here. Yo, when the police rolled up on him, I know it went through his mind. He said,
You're like, oh shit. He was like, what happened? Come on with us, you dumbass.
At that
Get your dumb
moment,
ass over here.
at that moment, he knew it was about that book.
Yeah.
That,
Your
he
fat
didn't
belly
even
ass
write
over
it.
here.
He didn't even
And
write it.
soon, and then soon after all that shit happened, then he got cancer.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't even write it. We don't even know if he really got cancer. That could be a stunt too.
I'm
Man
telling you,
didn't
man,
even
All this
it's all
my
part of the
my my,
game.
publicity
my,
shit.
my man didn't even do nothing.
Yeah, it's all a part of the game.
Yeah, they put
Yo,
this my man for nothing. He telling the truth now. Don't nobody want to believe him. See, he telling the truth. It's like
right.
all that stuff. It was under stress and duress. They duressed my man and stressed my man out, man.
Yo, over
Oh
20
yeah,
something years ago, this
oh
same
yeah.
guy right here got on this same platform and crushed me when he talked about the night him and Orlando killed Tupac, man. Shit
Yeah, but
crushed me,
he said
bro.
the police told him to say that, man. The police told him.
And look at him today, bro. When he was saying it back then, it was just like, damn, why would somebody get up there and say this if they really didn't do it?
Well, he made several mistakes because at first he put the gun in the big dude's hand, and then he passed the gun to the Orlando. Then he passed it to the big dude who passed the gun to Orlando. Orlando wouldn't do it. Then Orlando gave the gun. Orlando was at the goddamn bar with his girlfriend all busted up with at the other hotel.
Right,
Now I kept telling people that. Now the guy telling you he ain't wrote no book. He never said that shit. He did that so he wouldn't go to jail. He's running from the police.
right. Look at him today, bro.
They said running from the police.
Running from the police.
You know what it's like, man? You don't
Hell,
want to say it. You don't want to say he would have been in jail over 30-something years. He's like, I'll say whatever y'all want me to say. Okay, say that you gave the gun to your nephew in the back, Orlando. We're going to blame everything on him. He's dead anyway. Oh, no
Right.
problem. I don't care. You're not really my nephew anyway. I just call him nephew like we do everybody else. What's up, nephew?
hell nah.
Oh, what's going on? What's up, nephew? Nephew,
Yeah,
I'm
with
sorry,
my
but
nephew.
What's up, nephew?
you want to take this with nephew. I'm gonna say you did that, nephew. They passed you the gun back there. You ain't here no more anyway, nephew. I don't want to go to jail.
Right.
That's
Word. Yo, this dude was devastating to me, bro. Devastating. Crushed me, bro.
You
I was
know,
so mad,
do,
man. They
do,
had the
do,
little
do,
picture of Orlando and
do,
shit and him.
you know how many walls? Do you know how many walls just fell down when Keefy D admitted that he didn't write this book and he don't know about that story? He was lying.
Yeah, I see.
For real.
Nothing they said is true. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I believe that.
And he wrote that book because right after he told his story to them, they went and wrote a book and nobody got arrested for 20 something years after they wrote the book first, the police. I would write a book too if they wrote a book making money off of it and ain't nobody got arrested. But they making money off of it. Murder Crack made money at the end of the day. He made money off that story, selling that story. And Keefy D never went to jail. So he
because
probably like,
he had a proper agreement. But if, I said this from the beginning. I'm gonna say it again while y'all back on here again. I said if they're gonna go with a murder rap story, I say Puffy would have to go to jail, and I said Keefy D would have to go to jail. And both y'all told me no. Who in jail? Puffy and Keefy D.
Yeah, the people that they want, the people that's really, in the mix of all that shit.
Why would Puffy go to jail? Because Keefy D said he paid him $1 million to shoot Suge and Pac. Keefy D said that for the past
Yes,
30
sir.
years. He's been saying that.
Yes, sir.
And then he
mm-hmm,
went to the Peterson Museum to try and get his money from Puffy. And Puffy was telling him that the FBI was at the museum. He's too hot.
That's
mm-hmm.
right.
Solve one, you solve both.
Solve them both. That's why they
You,
got both.
Do you see why there's some restless people tonight? Because you know, Puppy willing and dealing too. That's why his lawyer quit. And man, you got to cut some deals and start telling people.
Yeah, he done for, man. He ain't getting out no more. He can hang that up.
He got some names he can serve up, bro.
Oh yeah, he
like
got
to
plenty
see
of
it.
names.
I like to see it just to be entertained.
Yeah, he got
That
plenty of
will be
names.
entertaining.
Get
Very entertaining.
your popcorn ready, because you're gonna be entertained.
I
So is.
damn sure will. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready.
Yeah,
That's gonna
yeah.
be entertaining.
Hey, you gonna dump it on your face how T.O. did it. Remember how T.O. did it?
Yeah,
Yeah, you gonna do it like T.O.
yeah.
Yeah.
With some information like that, you fucking right, Clarice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
You
doing like
fucking
him.
right. Who he got to
Yeah, we
tell
gonna
on?
right.
Y'all need to leave Keefy D alone. Free Keefy D. He didn't do it. He didn't write that
He
book.
do it. Look at him. He ain't do it, man.
My man looking at life in prison, man. No, he didn't do it. He's supposed to be out here in his twilight, man. Man,
Crazy motherfucker, man. That's
he's
some new
supposed to be
shit
out
right
here
there.
in the
The
twilight,
Twilight.
man.
Yo.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be out here in the twilight
He's supposed
zone,
to
man.
be out there
The
in his
twilight.
twilight.
The twilight. The twilight. The twilight. What is twilight? Let me show you. Twilight. Yeah. Look at that twilight. That's the best food I ever seen in my damn life. I eat all that slop. All of it.
That's definitely his twilight. That's what he really mean.
That's what he should be, enjoying himself like that. But tell
That's
me
what
that
he
what
really mean.
I don't know what the hell she was cooking, but tell me that slop didn't look good, man. That's the best looking slop I ever seen in my life. Slop the
That
hog.
definitely looks like Twilight. I'll tell you that.
Man, he was looking on and he was looking on that picture like, I'm sorry.
Look at him. Look at him. He looking like he didn't write that
I'm
book.
sorry.
I ain't
Please
write
don't
that
do me like
shit
this.
book.
Man, my man didn't write that book, man. The police is we know the secret
That's
now.
how he looking.
The secret is the police did it. TPD told us the police did it.
He
That's right.
looking
That's the
like,
number one. Look, and he snitched. He said he ain't no snitch. He just told. he
hell yeah,
told.
he told.
He told like a
He ain't
motherfucker.
had no
Wait,
choice. He looked
wait.
down at
He
the
Now,
done.
prosecutor's case and he see Reggie White.
so, hey, so,
Okay. Shut,
so
shut,
now look,
shut.
He ain't got
Hey,
no
yo,
choice. He ain't got no choice.
hey, chef. Hey, chef, is
He-
snitching on the hey,
Yo, do
chef,
you blame him, Reese?
hey, chef, hey,
Yes.
when you tell on the police, is that considered? Wait,
So,
Yo, here you go, Mr. Davis. Here's
hey,
what
Crown, is that considered? Is that considered? Oh, fuck it. Is
here's
that
what they
considered?
got. Here's what they got.
Is that considered snitching if you tell on the police?
goddamn right, all day long. He done told everything. He the real street code. Yeah, that's the
My man
real
said
street
he wasn't
code.
in the street, man. He never did none of that stuff they said he did. He wasn't in the street.
Yo, you can't pick this shit up.
By the
Yo, for
way,
Can't make this
20
shit up,
something
bro.
years.
I
For
heard my
20
man was
something
even a
years,
deacon.
man. If that's all we had to
I
show,
heard my man was a deacon at one time.
oh shit. 20 fucking years he held to the code. And all it took was for Reggie to get on the stand for him to tell the truth.
We don't know who else on that witness list.
That nigga said he didn't write that book. Fuck that
It's the
book.
funniest shit ever. The funniest shit he ever wrote.
The police wrote that.
He did
That nigga
not
blaming it on
write
the
the
cops.
memoir. He did not write the book.
Crazy, man.
He did not write the book. He did not write the book.
It's fucked up.
Yo, you can't
Yes,
make it
sir.
up. I'm sorry. This nigga was on there with confidence telling this story
Now,
to
my man,
millions of people,
now look,
fam.
I ain't doing
now my
I ain't doing it.
now my man telling the truth and don't nobody believe him. What's the problem?
Compton
Hey, that shit
Street
crazy, ain't
Legend.
it?
That's the name of the book.
Yeah,
For this
but he
nigga to
didn't
be up
write
here
that.
talking about some he didn't write it now?
Oh,
No.
Yeah,
that
he didn't write that.
OG status gone.
Nah, nigga.
Nigga,
Nah, nigga.
OG gone.
Nah.
OG gone.
Uh-uh.
I'm
Nah,
sorry,
nigga.
OG.
Word.
I'm sorry, OG.
Oh,
Adrian Shaw
man.
says. Adrian Shaw says now he didn't write the book. No, Adrian, he didn't write that book. They lying on my man. The police
They
did.
lying up. Police did.
He was running
you
from
don't
the
got
police.
you don't got nothing to do with the
My
he,
man was running from the police. He wasn't running to the police. He was running from the police.
he didn't even read the book. He wrote the book. It ain't read the book.
And start messing. That's the
Hold
star.
on. How can you write the book and didn't read the book?
But my
The
man
man
didn't write that book, man.
Vlad said,
The police did that. That's who did that. The police did that to my man.
Vlad
Yes,
told him, Vlad told him on the interview, he said,
A&D Publishing, UTA. My man didn't write
it's
that
in the
book.
book.
He didn't write that book. The police did. They set my
Yes,
man up.
yes, he did.
They set
Yes,
my
the
man
fuck
up,
he
Mag
did.
Mag. They set him
Yes,
up.
the fuck he did.
Hell no.
They
Nah,
were giving
nigga.
him. They set my
They
man up
about to make
probably
him
for a
whole
couple
that.
of $1,000s, man. He gonna take the blame for something he didn't even do, man. The police wrote that
They about
stuff.
to make him whole that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
Fucking dumbass. Like we really believed he wrote that book. That's the funny part.
They gonna have to let my man
Motherfucker
go
can't
because he
even
didn't do
spell.
that. My man didn't do that book, man.
Oh, I
I
know.
can prove it. I can prove it to you. I ain't right. I can't
Oh, I
spell.
know. Oh yeah. He had nothing
He
to do with
can't
that
spell.
book.
He didn't write that book, Mag Mag. The police did. He said the police. Look, if y'all read the thing up there, he said the police was feeding him information. He only said what the police told him to say.
Right.
You know they come in and say you got a right to remain silent. Anything you say
Uh-huh.
can and would be used against you. Now you ain't know what that means. It's gonna be used against them because they told him to say it.
Uh-huh. He wrote that book. That man wrote
I ain't
that
did your
book.
star witness did it.
Yo. Crown Reese. Imagine seeing that name when you go to look at the paperwork. Oh
This
man.
shit fucking crazy, man.
It fucked them all up.
It fucked them all up. I know it did.
He said, your star witness is your prime suspect. He was mad about that. He said that with a lot of anger.
He sure
Mad
hell
about
did
that.
too.
Yeah.
Now,
He
can
couldn't
you
believe
imagine?
Reggie turned on him like this.
Can you imagine what they showing Puffy?
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Say, Puff,
Yeah.
we know everything, bro. We've been had this stuff. We've been investigating you since 2008, man. Since 2008, you had an FBI detail 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Since 2008, bro, ain't no help for you. That's why Puffy lawyer quit, man. Listen, the FBI, the DOJ, and now Homeland Security, they set you down and say they've been following you since 2008. What you gonna say? They lying?
Right.
You make a good point, Tanique. Hell yeah, they've been following his ass.
Yeah, it's over
2008.
with, man. Yeah, it's
Ever
over.
since Keefy D went over there and met with them people and they lied on Diddy, they've been watching Diddy.
Listen,
So me giddy up, man.
even Kurt Burrows is not suing the guy, the vice president of Bad Boy.
Yeah.
In
They
his
ain't got no
lawsuit, he launches allegations like allegedly Puffy had something to do with Biggie and Tupac's death. in the lawsuit. That's the way it's written up. You got to read it for yourself.
Mm.
That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy.
You said Kurt Barrow
All
said that
this,
shit, huh?
the reason why they want to arrest John Puffy is because he's a billionaire. I kept telling y'all, shit, Bernie was Madoff was worth $50 billion, and they still put his ass in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all think they ain't gonna arrest a black man
Right.
who ain't got but a couple of $1 million, and Bernie Madoff had 50 billion? He went to prison. Weinstein got more money than them, several $1 billion, a couple, maybe $10, $15 billion at one time. He went to jail.
Uh-huh.
So why you
So
think they were
hell
gonna
did.
get? Why you think they were gonna get a black man who running around thinking he got all the power in the whole world
It ain't
with,
saying shit.
with 1,000 bottles of baby oil and ketamine and fentanyl inside that shit,
Yo, that dude dead, boy.
massaging people's booty holes and stuff like that?
Come on
Oh
now.
Lord!
Come on now.
So you won't feel the pain.
That's crazy.
Hell nah, it's fucked up.
I wouldn't do anybody look at baby oil the same way anymore.
Hell no.
Hell,
I come in Shorty house, she got baby oil on the
I
dresser.
ain't
I'm
got no
leaving.
motherfucker. Hey, you know
Yo,
what?
Reed,
I ain't
come
even
get
got
the
no
fuck out of
motherfucking baby oil.
here.
Oh,
That
Chef,
bitch got
Chef, you
extra
know you
bottles
got
of
plenty.
baby oil. I'm out
Chef,
of there.
Chef,
You're
you know
only
you got
allowed a small bottle of baby oil and
Chef,
up.
you know you got baby oil.
Travel size. That's
Chef,
it.
you know you got that baby oil in there. 'Cause you know you're gonna need it for spaghetti pan. Yeah, baby, your panties on there, bitch. I can't believe she put her panties over the spaghetti. Damn.
Who the fuck does she
Oh
think
shit,
she
my battery
is?
about to go.
Who does she think she is that she can do that?
Hey man, it's gonna make you love her more.
No.
It's gonna make you love her more.
She
You gonna
going
eat the
right to jail.
spaghetti, and she then blended her DNA into the spaghetti, and you gonna eat it all. It's gonna be yummy yum for your tummy.
And I'm going to call the police, too. Watch me
Hell
call the
no.
police.
Hell
Assault.
You gonna call the police,
Yes, I am.
man?
She tried to kill me. What she do, son?
See, I loved you like a sister, but you died too quick. And that's why we called you bitch. I bet you.
no.
Hell yeah. When they show that video, they gonna be like, all right, yeah, she need to go.
Dude.
She need to go.
I'm hearing rumors, so you need to switch. And niggas wouldn't call you bitch. I bet you.
You know it.
They got one love. Hey, my phone get ready to down, man. Y'all be good, man.
You
All right.
already read?
We're reporting that Keefy D said he didn't do it. He didn't write no book. Don't put that on him. And he said all that stuff because the police told him instead. So at this point, according to Keefy D, he is innocent.
He is innocent. He did not write
God,
that book.
and if y'all out there using y'all pennies for people's spaghetti, I want to say this.
We ever say it's up, that's what to God we won't miss. I'm up in traffic with my blick and it's a hit.
That's right. What he said.
How about one nation?
That's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income, you can make music.
This
So
new
it's
song
part
with
of
Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. Like what the fuck is going on? Who told you that song and did you know all along? And why did your bitch sell that painting 2 weeks after he was gone? I'ma tell you what it feels like. It feels a little fishy. Feels like something's going on ever since that John Legend song and college prediction of a Grammy. If you ask me, I can't stand him. Seems a little weird. Question number 1, why is there no blood? Question number 2, Sam left in the AM is true, but you're talking about the shits all up in the afternoon. Don't trip, we're gonna find out the truth soon. Who did what to who? Did they plan to eat the chili fries or was it just a surprise? Can you see the lies of witness in a cowboy's eyes? Are we gonna just sit here and forget? Are we gonna ride like Nip said? It's a little weird that the judge quit. Handing out immunities like candy makes me sick. I got a lot of unanswered questions like, why's the footage all grit and I can't see shit? Who the fuck is that white man in that white BMW? Probably was the FBI. Yeah, I noticed that white guy, and I noticed the car wasn't in the pictures when they showed them afterwards. They thought we would forget. They got that shit backwards. They weren't expecting me to drop this track and raise all these questions with my Mac words. I'm really mobbing through LA smoking backwoods. I've been doing this shit all my life. TMC, AMI. You might just see an empty parking lot when you ride by. Well, me, I see way more. I see an independently owned store. I see the community taking power back, whether you're white, Mexican, Asian, or black. As long as you're not blue. Good ones, there might be a few, but from my life experience, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not defending Eric, but what's the fucking delay? They requested a quick trial, it's been over 800 days. They try to distract us in so many clever, creative ways. Yeah, you got your Grammy, and now you're a billionaire. But what about the families that are still living there? Seems a little unfair, just a little something to compare. I never seen a fireman wearing a bulletproof vest. Yes, the shit to me seems a little suspect. The shit's a little weird. Crisis actors taking away our fathers, making our child some bastards, killing creative men and women for their masters. The waves that Nip wrote in, you didn't know where to begin. A bunch of new chapters. You didn't think about what would happen after. We would put the pieces together on your transparent bullshit. I can see right through it, like the clear blue sky in the LA sunny weather, where the palm trees swing side to side and we ride together on a white horse or a double R hearse in a foreign car. Either way, you gotta be on guard because they're on tap for anyone who's brown or black with tats. Everybody sees it, but nobody wants to attack. It's sad if you ask. We all gotta blast back. We're in the game, though we can't touch the ball. Seems a little unfair if you ask me, that's all. So take your ignorant ass to YouTube and type in Tanique Reviews to get the real news. We're doing the shit for justice, not views. Sharing knowledge and coming together, that's the real tool. He tried to lead us to the lake, so don't sleep on the knowledge that he gave to me and you. He wanted us to learn from his mistakes, so with our new knowledge, good decisions we could make. And also one thing I wanted to say myself, they killed Dr. Sebi because he was teaching health. Assassins, they come in all shapes and sizes, big booties, hips and thighs. Oh, your Diddy's girl, right? Oh yeah, John Legend, some things happen at your video shoot. I got a couple questions for you. All those strings you pulled, you still can't make a rap hit. You punk ass little bitch, you probably got a little dick. All the shit that you have to did. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face.